All right. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, session 31. We are really happy to be back after the holidays here in 2024. So we have Igvis, we have Anarian, we have Dolikesh here with us. Sartoris cannot make it today, unfortunately, it seems. So we're going to roll with Igvis, Anarian, and Dolikesh. But before we get into character introductions, for those of you who haven't watched this before, I'm just going to give a brief overview of the campaign so far. And then after I do that, we'll do our character introductions, and then we'll do an in-detailed recap of last session. So, overview of the campaign. Our characters started in the Holy Land of Elturel. It's a holy city in the Western Heartlands. And above the city shone this bright, shining sun, a second artificial sun that shined day and night 24/7. Our characters went on a mission for some leaders of Elturel, and on their way back to the city, the entire city vanished. The giant glowing orb above the city, the companion, grew dark. The city shook and it exploded in fire. And when they looked back up, nothing was left. The city was gone. All that was there was a crater, a hole in the ground. They found a caravan of refugees and were able to help them on a trek to the nearest city of Baldur's Gate, which was a 10-day journey for them. When they got to Baldur's Gate, they found that the city was under lockdown because of the flood of refugees coming from Elturel. But luckily, some of our members were members of the Flaming Fist, and they were able to gain entry into the city after doing some tasks for Flame Zodge at the Basilisk Gate. Among those tasks were investigating a series of murders that were happening, and they found that the Cult of the Dead 3 was running amok within the city. Some things happened. Some party members died. One of the dukes of Baldur's Gate was assassinated. And they eventually found out that one of the duke's families, the Vanthampur family, the family of Thalamra Vanthampur, one of the dukes of Baldur's Gate, was working with the Cult of the Dead 3. Simultaneously, while investigating all this, they were also investigating the Cult of the Dragon, which has a particular interest in one of our party members. The party decided that they were going to confront the Vanthampur family at their family manor. And in doing so, a bunch of guards were slaughtered, a couple innocent people too, and they managed to make their way into the basement of the manor. And that is kind of where we left off at the beginning of last session. And then we'll, again, like I said, we'll get into a detailed recap of what happened specifically last session in a little bit. But first, let's do some character introduction. So, Igvis, if you want to start us off, just tell us a little bit more about Igvis, what he's all about.
Hello, I'm Manny, and I play Igvis. Igvis is a winged tiefling monk and gauntlet of the Flaming Fist. Currently, his only goal is to just try and deal with what seems like the target that's consistently on the back of him and his group, considering they consider him the leader, which is even weirder to him than anything else. But he just wants to get this target off of his back from what feels like the Vanthampurs.
Perfect. And Anarian?
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I play Anarian, who is a Shattercry Druid of the Stars. He kind of got rescued by the group and has kind of been tagging along with them for the last few days. They've gotten into a lot of crazy hijinks, and he just kind of want to see where it's going. That's pretty much what he does.
All right, and Dolikesh?
Dolikesh is a Emerald Gem Dragonborn, former imposter member of the Gauntlets, or the Flaming Fists, I mean, and former leader of Igvis's troop, but he's kind of dropped all that and adopted his original identity as Dolikesh. Right now, his personal interest is in the activities of the cults. He's trying to figure out what their main goal is, and that just brings him right around back to the party. He got separated for a bit, but managed to infiltrate and get some valuable information. So we'll see where that leads.
Awesome. So yeah, those are our characters at the moment. if you haven't watched before, what I like to do after we do our character introductions, I have everybody roll a single d20. Whoever rolls the lowest gets the honor of recapping from their character's perspective the events of last session for the stream. So Dolakesh and Arian, Igvish, you were all here last session if you want to go ahead and roll. Dolakesh with the 1, Anarian a close 2, but it looks like Dolakesh is going to be our winner. So Dolakesh, whenever you're ready, just let us know what happened last session.
Appropriate, given it was my majestic return. So I'm the main troop. I don't know how they got there, but they found themselves within a temple devoted to the Dead Three. After investigating themselves, they happened upon Dolakesh posing as members of the troop, and using his false identity, he was able to help free, along with the help of the rest of the group, help free the captive Anarian. No, Anarian was with them, but captive Sartorius. And we were informed that a ritual was going to be happening, so we decided to jump them, and we're just about to break in and attack. We did find a chest that we weren't able to open, and I think that's just about it. A couple good fights. We smashed up some cultists. It was a good time.
Yep, and I'll just add a couple things in there. So you also rescued a man named Fallister Fisk from the dungeon, who introduced himself as someone from Candlekeep. And he told the party that he got word that he was sent there by Salvira Savincus, who is a tiefling that works out of Candlekeep and is an expert on the Nine Hells. And he was investigating the Vanthampur family. And he also said that he can't leave just yet, and that he needs the party's help finding this cult leader that escaped El Terrell, because the Vanthampur family apparently is working with some cult leader that escaped El Terrell. And he needs to find the cult leader so they can find out not just what happened to El Terrell, but the why and the how. So another important tidbit of information.
I do have the name Odious.
You do.
That's
have
the leader
a
of the little cell chapter that we're in right now. He's going to be leading the ritual, I think.
And with that, I think we'll go ahead and we'll switch over to the main map that you guys were in. Go ahead and activate this, so you should be seeing it soon if you don't already. All right. So this is where you are currently. Just as a reminder, you had just beat up on a whole bunch of cultists, and you went through this hallway and you started hearing chanting coming from behind 2 large iron doors, and you were just about to do something, to enter, to discuss amongst yourselves. But you heard chanting coming from behind these doors, and that is where we left off. Your good buddy Sartorius over here decides that he's going to hang back over here and just guard the entryway in order to guard behind, in his deep growling voice that he has. I will guard
We
behind.
got disguises, right?
I feel like we were gonna wear the robes and pretend to be the cultists as we approached the...
Yeah, I thought we were already like in formation, like walking down the hall.
We had like masks too.
Yes, I think you did actually. Yeah. And your good buddy Fallister Fisk here. I don't remember if you gave him a mask or not. I don't think you did.
I don't
I
think
think
we
he
wanted him in the
refused it.
room.
He refused it for some reason, whatever reason.
Yeah, I thought he was going to stay in the room with the chest.
Think was right there.
It was all the way back down the hallway this way, but he will take you up on that offer anyway, and go back into that room. And actually, Sartorius will go to guard him.
Dope
I'm
plan.
just trying to remember what in the world this all looked like. Right. This is that was the room we killed everybody in. Got it.
Yep. Yeah, this is the one we're about to break down right here.
Okay.
So turning and looking at others, follow my lead.
Was it 2x2? I forget.
All right. Now that you have opened that door, we are going to going to read something for you, a little description of what you see. Just adjusting the stream here so they can see the whole picture of what's going on. So, two rows of tall wrought iron candlesticks light this vaulted chamber, each one bearing 9 flickering candles. A 7-foot-tall statue of an angel with white glowing eyes and a longsword stands atop a dais to the south. A 6-foot-tall fiend, bristling with spines, stands west of the statue, glaring at 4 black-robed cultists who kneel and chant in the middle of the room, their faces hidden behind golden devil masks. 9 tapestries depicting various scenes adorn the wall, and as mentioned before, you hear this guttural chanting, and this chanting comes from the cultists that are kneeling in the center. In addition, tied along the walls here on either side of the chamber are 2 individuals, one with a mechanical looking body and the other with some sort of fleshy body, but both with 2 black bags over their heads as they are tied against the wall. And as you open the door, you see that creature, that spiny creature mentioned, and I will share a quick picture with you of what that looks like. So it looks like this, standing up here down in the south. And all these individuals continue chanting as this spined creature with scaly skin, blue scaly skin, seems to be leading them up on the top. He seems to be reciting something in a language that none of you understand, and then it seems as if these individuals kneeling are repeating what he is reciting. Give me real quick, everybody, a disguise check.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
The statue that you talked about with the lady with the sword, does
Yes.
that look familiar to me? Considering what happened at the cultist's cave?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
It does. It looks the same as your vision.
Gotcha.
Striking similarity. I am going to need a check to see how good your disguise is. So go ahead and give me a deception will do. Yeah.
Do we all get advantage for helping each other?
Sure. We'll do a group deception actually. So instead of advantage, just everybody roll, and it's going to be a group deception roll.
Anarian is chanting like, "Oh, home, oh, ball."
All right. So a 13. All right. So you see this right away, and don't mind me as I just,
as we're kind of casually
roll
going in,
some
I'd
dice.
probably direct you guys to continue this formation here, and I'm going to take up like a set so they focus on me if they start asking questions.
Oh, home, roll.
All right.
It's off center. My ADD is kicking in.
All right. So
No,
you
now you're out of
guys,
formation.
you guys
Just
walk in, And you do what exactly?
Mostly just watching. It feels like the real show's about to start. I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen here.
So you're just kind of standing where you are right now. So you do notice if you're trying to mimic what they do, um, all these individuals are kneeling on the ground.
Right.
And they seem to be going like up and down. So where they put their hands and their face towards the ground and then they lift themselves up, recite some sort of chant, and then put their faces and hands back on the ground, and they kind of repeat that bowing motion as they're kind of on their knees on the ground towards this altar. Do you guys do anything to kind of mimic that, or are you just standing in the back the way you are?
No, definitely copying their movements. I'm probably doing it a little bit slower and taking the chance to inspect these chained figures on the wall.
Okay.
I'll definitely be trying to mimic as well.
Anarian's trying to mimic, but he's continuing with his other chant, ho hum.
Sounds good. It seems like you have a couple minutes here where this chant continues. And it doesn't seem like this creature or anybody else particularly pays you mind. After a couple minutes, though, of this kind of repeated chanting, this figure in the center comes down the center aisle and breaks out a whip. And he comes down here to this first cultist and says something to the cultist. And the cultist lifts the back of his robe. And the spiked individual whips him in the back, creating a couple lashings. And then he moves over to this other individual, and he repeats the same. He says something to the cultist. The cultist responds, and then he whips the individual.
Get ready to go, guys.
And so he will continue making his way back as he repeats this. And then he comes up here, and as he gets to this point and notices the three of you, he kind of nudges you, Dolakesh, with his spiny body, and he speaks something in a language you don't understand.
I'm gonna kind of like stop my little chanting motion. I'm gonna stand up with my head kind of down, and in deep speech, I'm gonna utter the words for Thunderwave.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, with that, how about everybody roll me some initiative?
Let's go, boy.
I rolled my initiative wrong, sorry.
Yeah, make sure when you do roll initiative, you click your character, then roll. These two individuals on the wall can also roll initiative.
I need to take a short rest. I have no key remaining.
None of us have anything. We're just fighting for our lives now.
Yeah, I have one wild shape, and that's it.
But free the newbies. For these guys on the walls are probably gonna be quite willing to help us out, I would say.
We don't know that. Maybe. I don't know. They look like
If they're chained up here and we're
they look
helping
like
them out.
captives, that's for sure.
Yeah, if they're chained up here and we're helping them out, they better. Otherwise, I'm eating them.
All right. Ba-bam. So we will go to combat here. You're all going to get a round first before we do the actual round. So Dolakesh, fittingly, you are up first in this quote-unquote surprise round.
They have to make a DC 15 con save. It's a 15-foot cube from me, so I think it only affects the two closest.
Yeah, so that one and this one.
Yep.
So we will
Essentially,
go
it's something like that.
Correct.
And it's a con save. So roll this all publicly. So the individual right in front of you first will do. So 25. And then the other individual is a 16.
So they both save. Anything unsecured or can be damaged that's not being warned gets damaged. And then they take half damage. So half of 17.
Yeah, they each take 8.
All right. 8 damage, and that is thunder damage, specifically. Okie dokie.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to telekinetic shove. Do I have that? I'm sorry, I have a few. Let me double check. Yeah, I have telekinesis. So he makes a strength save. I'll give you the DC here.
All right. And this is on the spiked individual in front of you.
Right. DC 15 strength. Oh,
25.
all right. So Dolokesh just pretty much claps twice in front of him, buffeting this gigantic creature with shockwaves of air, and it's just completely resisting. Curses under his breath and runs away, takes the 8 attack of opportunity.
All right. And it will not get an attack of opportunity because this is the surprise round, so it has not acted yet. So you basically catch this creature off guard as you stand up, your head down, and then you utter these words that this creature doesn't understand. And then blast him with this thunder wave and this attempted shove back before moving backwards. And you hear it say something out, and it's a very sharp language that he's speaking in that obviously you don't understand, but he kind of like throws the whip to the ground, and as you look, you can see that his tail is whipping back and forth, and these giant claws that he has take shape.
That'll be my turn.
All right, go ahead and pass the turn for me.
Do I have to do that? Oh, wait.
So on the combat tracker in game, there's a pass the turn thing. There you go. Igvis.
I'm just going to move to this position and immediately take 2 swings with my quarterstaff at the dude in front of me.
Okay.
That one specifically.
And your quarterstaff, it's just a normal quarterstaff, right?
It's magical.
It is magical. Okay. Good to know.
24 to hit.
24 to hit will hit.
Second swing is better, 26.
26 will hit.
9 damage on the first strike. And 6 on the second one. And then the last action will be 1 unarmed strike for my bonus. 15 to hit.
15. 15 will hit.
Okay. And that one's for 9, but these ones are not magical, so I assume half.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll move essentially to block them from Dolokesh.
Aw.
All right.
And end my turn there.
Okay, sounds good. Anarian, what would you like to do?
Anarian is going to chant for a little while longer and then just go poof and vanish. He's going to cast invisibility.
Okay. Sounds good. You go invisible.
Over next to this person on the wall.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. That person on the wall, the fleshy one on the right, describe for me what Anarian sees as he approaches you.
Still have the bag on my head, right?
Yeah, so basically you're facing forward, so he can see basically all of you except, your head. The bag is on your head, yes.
All right, well, you see purple, caster robes. It's very obvious that it's a female. You might see some red hair, maybe underneath the, coming out of the bottom of the hood or the bag.
All right, perfect. And as all of this is happening, you are aware of what's going on. You can't see anything because there's this bag over your head, and you are chained to the wall. Both of your feet and your hands are both chained to the wall. Is there anything that you can do or would like to try to do?
I don't think there's anything I can do right at the moment.
All right. Yeah, and it's perfectly fine to pass as well. All right. Our other individual on the wall, can you describe for the characters what they see on the other side of the room?
A creature made of metal with bits of arcane glow behind, giving it its animated form. Plates on its body are not like the normal metal. It's of blue coloration, and in the center of its chest is about a little bit bigger than a soccer ball sized orb that just pulses a dark blue glow. His arms are, once they get to the forearm area, it kind of flares out a bit, kind of like Popeye. And he's struggling to get it out.
Awesome. If you would like, as you're struggling to get out, you can make me an athletics check if you'd like, as you continue to struggle against these chains. All right, a really good athletics check, but unfortunately not enough to break out of the chains. You do hear some really creaking against the wall as the chains are against the wall, and it looks like you're pretty close, actually. You had a really good tug there as you liven up, hearing commotion going on in the room, but just not enough.
Am I able to be mask, or
are you able to what?
am I able to speak from under the mask, or
Yes.
am I silent?
Yes, both of you have the ability to speak. So if there's anything you would like to say, you can say that.
Ray! Ray! Where are you? Ray!
I'm here, Fist.
And those of you, the other ones in the room, you can hear that from the two individuals on the wall. All right, so your athletics check there was to try and break free. So we will continue on here, and we will go to the top of the round. All right, so this cultist here stands up. And this cultist will pull out a dagger and will make his way up this way. And will attempt to stab you twice, Ignis. So this is the first attack, 14.
Miss.
All right. And the second attack is even worse. So both of them will miss as he attempts to stab you twice. This other individual will move in a similar manner, but will move to flank you. And will also attack you twice. So first attack, a 12 will miss. Second attack, a 15.
Also miss.
All right. So they go to flank you, and they both with the daggers, both of them missing.
I'm just imagining my 3-section staff. I'm just like spinning it and then just knocking their daggers away.
Nice. Okay. This other individual is going to you see as these claws come out of his hands, all of a sudden Igvis in the palm of his hand forms this large ball of fire. And he kind of hurls it over his head, swinging it as this blaze basically comes out and towards you. So a 14 will miss you. And then after missing you with that attack, he will move up here and will swipe at you with his tail. And they are doing
God, I'm dodging
fantastic
everything.
as he misses you with the tail. Okay, that is his turn. Dolakesh, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to summon a tentacle here.
Okie dokie, sounds good. And I have a tentacle that you can use, I believe.
Mariana.
Yeah, once I find it here. There it is. I think I gave it you control of it last time. Can you move that? Yep. Cool.
Yes, it can. Okay.
Hey.
It's gonna use its summon attack on the big guy.
Cool, cool. So an 11 will miss.
And I will probably take 2 attack of opportunities to back up.
All right. So you will take those 2 attacks of opportunities. This one you have a little bit of cover from. And does a 14 hit you?
Is that the one that I have cover from?
That is not the one you have cover from.
No. Then it hits me.
Okay. And then I assume a 7 misses you.
Misses, yeah.
So you will take some damage here. So you will take 5 points of piercing damage.
Pretty much just kind of like duck away and try to bat it away with my wings, but he gets a good jab in there anyway.
All right, but you do manage to step back.
And I'll use my action to Eldritch Blast, the one that's to the left of Igvis.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. A 15. and a 24. Both of those will hit. So go ahead and roll me some damages.
I don't know if I have 2 blasts at level 5. I think it's only the first one. I think it just double rolled.
I believe you get 2 at level 5.
Okay.
As a
Are you
warlock.
Okay.
still? I was gonna say you're still a full warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full warlock.
No, I went Sorlock.
Oh, that's
But it's overall level, not Warlock level.
Yes. Yep. You have 2 beams.
Big.
Nice. 8 and 6 for 14 damage. And this one did not like that. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
It's essentially like warped space, so you probably wouldn't actually even see anything as much as like what might look like a glass ball that just rockets into him and causes like impacts on his body.
Nice. And you can see the mask on his face kind of cracks a little bit as well. And he kind of writhes a little bit in anguish.
And I'll get way the heck back. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, that's my turn. Oh yeah, I have to pass it.
All right, Igvis, you are up.
Okay, so I'll keep focusing the big one. This one right here.
All right.
I assume a 12 doesn't hit.
A 12 does not hit. Nope.
18.
An 18 will hit.
Okay, so this is from the magical source. For 9 additional damage.
All right, 9 damage.
Control shift. Sorry, I accidentally closed the tabletop. 1 second.
Okay.
And then I'll just take my last attack and I'll just tell you what the roll is.
All right.
20 to hit.
Oh, and that came through too. And that
awesome. Okay.
and that is what exactly? What are that's
That one is me like kicking him in the shins. Really.
all
hard.
right. Sounds good. As you kick his spiny body.
And then with my movement, I think I need to try and limit their attacks on like advantage on me. So I'll move here.
They already used
So
their reaction on me.
That will get an attack though from the big guy.
He'll get one.
So he will swipe at you with his tail.
Can I say something to Igvis as he's running out the door?
Sure.
Telepathically, split them up.
And I assume a 25 hits you?
Yeah, I don't touch that one.
All right. For this much damage, for 9 points of damage.
Okay, and with Dolakesh's advice, I'll essentially get to here.
All right. Sounds good.
Sorry, all the things closed. There we go.
All right, Anarian, you are up.
Remember, push to talk.
Oh, sorry. Anarian's gonna whisper to the girl on the wall. I'm gonna try to get you free. Don't kill us. And I'm gonna roll to see if I can pick the lock or whatever's chaining her to the wall.
Yeah, give me a check with your thieves' tools.
Nope.
So unfortunately, you kind of use your thieves' tools on that right arm, and you try to pick the lock, but you're unable to do it.
It's not going good. I'll try again.
Thank you.
That'll be
Right.
his turn.
Sounds good. So this one is up. This one is going to 1, is going to come out over here and will look confused both ways, and we're just going to roll high-low here. So 11 through 20 is Dolakesh, 1 through 10 is Igvis. 1 through 10, so it kind of looks and decides that it's going to do what it needs to on Igvis. And you see this individual cast some sort of spell. And then, Igvis, I need you to make me a wisdom save.
A 15.
A 15. A 15 will do it. So this individual casts a spell, and you feel as you're running pretty swiftly that your legs kind of start to lock up on you a little bit. Like you've gained 50 years, but you're able to kind of loosen them up a little bit as you shake them out and continue running. That is going to be that individual. All right. The one on the wall by Anarian. It is your turn.
I should have asked this before, but being chained to the wall, is it going to prevent me from casting anything that...
He basically right now can only cast things that have only a verbal component. So if it's a spell that only has a verbal component to it, you can cast it. Otherwise, you currently cannot.
Does Misty Step count?
What are the components of Misty Step?
Verbal.
You have to be able to see where you're going.
True. You do have to an unoccupied space you can see, and you currently can't see with the bag over your head.
Gotcha.
So, though you could cast it, you can't cast it because you can't see where you're Misty Stepping to.
I got nothing.
You can also say
suggestion.
something as well if you would like.
Yeah, I'll just, to whoever is, speaking to me, if you could maybe get this bag off my head.
Yeah, sure, will do.
Thanks.
And you can hold the Misty Step action, so as soon as it comes off, you go.
I would like to do that, yes.
All right, sounds good. And then if that's all, you can pass the turn in game. All right, other individual on the wall, the mechanical-looking one. What would you like to do?
As I fully get onto my feet, the orb on my chest will start to turn to a crimson red. I would like to rage.
Awesome.
I struggle even more to pull these chains out so I can get free.
Nice. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Advantage!
With advantage.
I had to hit it twice. Ooh.
Nice. Good job on the advantage. And with your 23, you are actually able to just make the roll. And so you are able to break these chains off of the wall as you rage and get incredibly angry. And the chains actually break free from the wall. You still have these chains on your wrists and on your ankles, but they are no longer attached to the wall, and you are free to move. And that is your action. So that was your action basically to break free with the athletics, but you do have a movement left that you can take, and if you have a bonus action, you bonus action to rage. So you do have movement though,
And the bag's still on your head.
and the bag is still on your head. You can take that off though now that your arms are free.
Take the bag off my head, and as it comes off, you'll see just two glowing green eyes, kind of like an Xbox symbol color. And then one cobalt plate, cobalt colored plate It goes kind of under the jaw up to where it meets the upper half of his mouth. Well, where his mouth would be if it was a regular human. It should also worth be note that his fists are about twice, a little over twice the size of a normal man's fist, to match forearms. But he's going to take his movement to get in front of Raylan. Oh, hey, I did remember how to do it.
Awesome, and you are able to get over there. All right, and if that is it for your turn, then you can press the pass button there. Which, by the way, if you don't know how to do that in game, in the upper right, there's the 2 cross swords by where the chat box is, and that'll bring you to the combat tracker. And then in there, there'll be an option to pass. There you go. Perfect.
If you right-click it, you can even pop it out. It'll be just on the map for you.
Yep, you can do that too. All right, this cultist is up. This cultist is quite shocked that this mechanical being just broke free of its restraints, and it is going to cast a spell. And when it does, this floating dagger appears behind you. And the floating dagger will swing and attack. And a 5, I assume, will miss you, F15T. And then this individual will make 2 attacks with its own daggers at you. And that is a nat 1. So we are going to roll a single d20 again. And that is a critical fumble. So for those who are watching, I have a house rule. If you roll a natural 1 on a d20 when you're attacking, you roll again, and if you get under a 10, you critically fumble. And then I have a special critical fumble table, and you roll on that table, and something bad happens. And it applies for both the players and for the monsters. So since I critically fumbled, we are going to go ahead and roll on this table, see what happens. All right. So he falls prone and is stunned until the beginning of his next turn. All right. Sounds good, as he drops the dagger that he is wielding. Next up is this guy right here. This one is going to step out, and again, we're going to roll randomly. Low will be Igvis, high will be Dolakesh. Low, it's Igvis. So this one again is going to cast a spell at you, Igvis. Give me a wisdom save. 11. So again, you feel your body stiffen, but this time your knees lock up on you and you go stiff as a board, and you find that you are unable to move. You are currently paralyzed. You're currently paralyzed. Yep. And that is that one's turn. This one is up. This one's going to come out. It's going to see that Igvis seems to not be moving, stuck in place, and is going to turn its attention the other way. Same deal, Dolakesh. I need you to make me a wisdom save, please.
Is there...
And same deal, Dolakesh. You find that you are paralyzed as you are stricken and unable to move.
Okay.
As much as you try to. All right. Big guy on campus is up. Is going to walk out. We will roll high-low. Low is Igvis, high is Dolakesh. High is going to go for Dolakesh. So this one will come right up to you, Dolakesh, and is going to swing at you twice with its claws and once with its tail. Now paralyze
With advantage and critical if it hits.
Yeah. Fails strength and dexterity saving throws, attack rolls against creature at advantage, and any attack on the creature is a critical hit if they're within 5 feet.
All right. So with advantage. So this is the first claw. 12.
Miss.
Second claw.
Hit.
And then the tail.
Hit.
All right. So a one claw and one tail. And they are crits. So you will take from the first claw this much. And from the tail, you will take this much. So 14 from the claw, 18 from the tail.
I'm down.
All right. As Dolakesh goes down. And then, Igvis, you can see as you're kind of looking back at the situation, unable to really move your head too much. But you see this creature kind of turn and lock its gaze on you.
The tentacle disappears.
Yep. Dolakesh, give me a death saving throw, please. All right. All right. And then you can pass. All right, Igvis, you are currently paralyzed. At the end of your turn, though, you can make another wisdom saving throw for me.
17.
And you will yourself free at the end of your turn, though you did lose this turn while you were paralyzed. But you are now no longer paralyzed. Anarian, you are up.
I have a question. Is it an action for me to pull the hood off of her head, or is that...
That is an interact action, and you get one free one of those a turn.
All right, so I'm going to pull the hood off of Raylan's head.
Okay, so you do that. Raylin, your ready to action will go off. If you wish to Misty Step, you can do that now.
Absolutely.
So you can go ahead and just move yourself in game to anywhere within 30 feet. Okay, sounds good. And you are now free of your bindings.
I just yell back, thanks.
And then on your
you're-
turn, you'll get a full turn.
You're welcome.
Anarian, so that is your free interact for the turn. You still have a full turn. What would you like to do?
Anarian is very torn. Narian's going to try something. He's going to walk up to the statue here and call out in the loudest voice he can in Celestial and say, "Servants, come back and finish the ritual."
In Celestial?
In Celestial.
Okay. Sounds good.
In the harshest Celestial he can.
All right. Sounds good. You do that. No reactions yet. Though you do see a kind of like a confused look on this this individual over here. You can't see through the mask, but it's very apparent from his head motions as he's kind of looking side to side, like wondering where that is coming from.
All right, that's his turn.
All right. Go ahead and pass him game. All right. We are at this guy. This guy is going to cast a spell. And behind you, Igvis, is going to be this.
Is he within 60 feet?
The individual up here.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Counterspell.
All right. Counter spell. So you're going to have to remind me, is that from a feat?
From, where did I get that from? Give me 1 second and I'll tell you.
Is that just a normal spell that you took? Like the
Yes,
spell
I think it
counter
is.
spell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. So let's
Ignore
see.
that. I have to.
So go ahead and roll me a d20.
Is this a 4th level
If
spiritual
the
weapon?
creature is... Oh, sorry. 1 second. Yeah, nope, you're good. So you counter that spell. So you see him casting this spell. You throw your counter spell out, and it's disrupted. And you can see him kind of look back in confusion and anger, and then braces his dagger and then moves back into the room. And then okay, and then I need you to make a no. No, actually he's just going to move all the way up to you. And then that will be his turn. All right, you are up, Raylan.
Okay. I think first I'm going to move away from this dude.
All right.
And then I think I'm going to lightning bolt.
All right, sounds good. You will get an attack of opportunity when you move from him.
That's fine.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah, yes, it does.
Okay, so you will take 5 points of damage.
All right.
And then you may lightning bolt.
Do we know how? Is it like just 1 5-foot square wide? I don't see here.
Yeah, it's 5 feet wide and 100 feet long.
Yep. So basically a straight line. Which there is a ray template. So on the left-hand side, where it's that little L-shaped ruler, if you click that, and then the fourth option down is array. There you go.
That's a lot of dice.
All right. Dexterity saves is what I need. All right.
15.
So from the first one, and then the second one. Is an 8. So first one saves, second one passes. Or first one saves, second one fails.
All right, so the first one will take half.
So the first one takes 13, second one will take 27.
Yep. And the second one, all the way in the back here, is electrocuted to death.
Excellent. And then I'm just gonna holler out, "Little help, fist!"
All right, and Fist, you are up.
How big is the cultist lying on the floor in front of me?
Smaller than you.
Could I potentially pick them up and use them as an improvised weapon?
What is your let's see, what's your strength? Make me make me an athletics check.
Is there a way to just go ahead and just throw 2d20s on there? Did that go through?
It did.
Plus 6.
Plus 6.
So 6.
So it was 10 and 4. So it's a 16 total athletics check. Yeah, I would say that you could use him as an improvised weapon at disadvantage. But if you have advantage on the roll, it would be a normal roll. But what do you want to do with them?
I would like to, instead of the traditional holding someone up on a wall with their head above, I'm going to grab the person's neck with my thumb and my index finger near her chest and swing down with the feet going towards the cultist that's attacking my friend Ray from behind.
All right. Sounds good. So go ahead and move yourself towards the other cultist as you grab this individual by the head and then swing him over your head and on top of the other cultist to this other cultist's shock and terror. So go ahead and give me just give me your unarmed strike attack on your character sheet there. Just as an attack roll, so a plus 6. Seventeen will hit. Go ahead and give me a 1d6 plus your strength.
So 26 plus 3 plus 2. So 26 plus 5.
Yep.
Oh! Damn.
All right, nice. So 6 plus 5 is 11 damage. As you do 11 damage to both of them. As you smash them together. And this other individual right here, as you smash him up side the head with his friend, just looks back at you and says, "You will pay for that." In common.
Quick question: the one that he picked up, is that the one that was stunned? Does he get crit
Yes.
by this?
Oh yeah, he was stunned. Give him some crit there. Roll me another d6 real quick. The one that was stunned will take another d6 of damage.
Oh, no bonus modifier.
No bonus modifier, just an extra d6. So 4. So he takes an extra 4 on top of the 11.
As I tower above him and look at him, you people dared attack my friend. Please forfeit your lives like the worthless animals you are.
All right. Anything else, Fist? That's your movement and your action. You still have a
Unless
bonus
I can-
action if you
Unless
have something.
I can swing him against the weapon fighting, but if not, then no.
All right, so go ahead and pass the turn then.
Wait a minute. If he's, how far away from the one I just hit is he from the wall?
10 feet.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to activate them.
All right. The one that you were swinging is now. Let's see. Was he stunned until his turn or until the
It's at the
beginning
beginning.
of his next turn? Okay. So he is now no longer stunned, and he is. You are essentially grappling him. So he is going to roll to try to escape the grapple. So I'm going to need you to give me an athletics check.
Is he still prone as well?
Well, he is currently being grappled, I would say. He's no
But
longer
if
on the
he's-
ground because he's being swung through the air.
Okay. Oh, I only asked because I think that gives disadvantage if I'm not mistaken, but maybe not.
Yeah, he's not on the ground and prone anymore. He's being swung through the air wildly.
Which arguably is worse.
Arguably worse. So 16. So go ahead and roll me your athletics, Fist. This will be opposed athletics checks.
Which I think you're still raging, so you still have advantage, yeah?
I always do.
Oh, yeah. So this individual is trying to break free from you, and you are just absolutely dominating him right now. He has absolutely no chance. That's his turn. Yeah, he is helpless, and you can, as he tries to wiggle free, your grip just tightens, and you hear a little whimper come out of his mouth.
Where did you grab him from? Just curious.
I have my hand around his throat.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm holding his head, like his chin, is at the bottom of my fist. So when I hit the guy in front of me, his feet are hitting him.
Okay.
His
I was
friend's feet.
just trying to visualize. Thank you.
So this other one here is going to attempt to cast a spell again, and for this little thing. And then we'll move. And when he gets up to you, we'll make 2 dagger attacks against you, Igvis.
Okay.
That is not correct. There we go. That's an attack roll. 11 will miss you.
Correct.
19?
19 will hit me.
Okay, and then so I'll do the damage from that first.
Well, you already rolled damage. I can just take that 3.
That'll work. Take the 3. And then also the spiritual weapon attacks you. 20 to hit.
That'll also hit.
For this much damage. 8.
Okay.
And that is his turn. All right, the big guy on campus is up. Big guy will move there. And then we'll attack you. Will attack you 3 times. Twice with its claws and once with its tail.
Just checking. He has a 60-foot move speed?
Sorry, it will not
Who's that?
attack. Thank you. He will not
Okay,
attack you.
sure.
No. Yep. Thank you. He does make it there, though. He does not attack,
Okay.
though.
I was terrified for a second. I'm like, oh my god.
Yes, no. He does not have a 60-foot move speed. That was an error
I
on my
thought
part.
we could outrun them. That's my bad.
Nope, that was an error on my part. Dolakesh, go ahead and make me a death save. Alrighty then. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Igvis. You are up.
Can I tell how wounded this guy is, the one I've been wailing on?
Yeah, you see a little bit of blue blood coming out of him, but he looks pretty hardy right now.
Unfortunate. Okay. I think I'm just going to try to eliminate his little companion here.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with whatever you're using.
16.
16 will hit.
For 8 damage.
All right, sounds good. Still up.
Even higher, so 20 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll me damage.
For another 7 damage.
Still up.
And I guess we'll do the unarmed strike as well.
All right,
17 to hit.
that will hit.
For 9 more damage.
Woo! And this one is still up, but pretty battered.
Oh god. Alright. I think what I want to do is fly up and basically just over the one in front of me. And I'm going to try and get to here.
Okay. Sounds good. You can do that. You will get attacks of opportunity if you do that.
Yeah, I'm basically going to call before I move, just like, we need some help out here, and then take off in that direction.
Okay. So you're going to get a tail whip coming at you and a dagger attack.
Okay.
So we will do the tail real quick. Okay, so 18 from not the cultist, but the spiked one.
That'll hit.
Okay, for...
I don't think the damage matters.
All right, for 10 points of damage. And that brings you down, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so as you try to fly up and you yell, you do get the words out. But as you try to fly up, this tail comes at you and you just get a spike straight to the side in the gut that pulls you and drags you back to the ground as you slam the hard stone beneath you and fall unconscious. Anarian.
Anarian, hearing what Igvis just said, is going to run out the door if he can make it.
All right. You are still invisible. You have not attacked yet.
That should be 50 feet.
Yep.
And I'm going to move 10 feet towards Dolakesh more.
Okay. Sounds good. You do
And
that.
That's all I can do.
All right. This other cultist down here is up. This one is going to take is going to have you make a wisdom save, Fist, as he casts a spell.
Sorry, the character keeps having to reload.
No worries.
These days I'll be off the throne. I did.
All right. That is a 0 for -1. All right. So he looks at you and very sternly, as his eyes kind of shimmer in this red light, says, "Drop." You are under the effects of command. And so on your next turn, you drop whatever you are holding and end your turn. And that is what he'll do. And then he'll move here. Raylan, you are up.
Okay. I think I'm going to cast Firebolt.
All right.
One.
This one over here?
Yeah, that one.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. $14 will hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage. $14 points of fire damage, and that one goes up in a blaze of flame.
Okay. Now I think I'm going to use my entire movement and then a bonus action to dash to the doors. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can bonus action dash. Is that? Do you have that with your?
Are you a rogue?
Your character? Do you? Are you a rogue?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. No.
Yep. So like certain classes have the ability to dash as a bonus action. So if you're not granted that, then you cannot. You can use your action. You can use your movement and then your action to dash. But you've already used your action here for the firebolt, so.
Yeah, I'm still gonna use my movement though to get as close to the door as I can.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Right? Yeah.
And then if you have a bonus action that you wanted to use, you could use it. But
No, not
okay.
now.
Fist, you are up. You drop whatever you are holding, which happens to be this cultist right here.
So the question I have, since Ray killed the cultist that cast the spell, would the influence of the spell still be on?
Yes, because it's not a concentration effect or anything. So basically, you do that and then you shake it off.
I know, I just gotta try something. Oh well.
So you do
I drop
that cultist. That cultist will take 4 points of damage as it hits the ground rather harshly.
and as the cultist hits the ground, my turn ends.
Yes,
And the blood and the crimson bloodish glow from the orb in my chest turns back to blue as my rage ends.
all right. Okay, sounds good.
Forcefully ends because I can't do shit.
All right. So this cultist here is up. This cultist is going to use half of its movement to stand up and is going to attack you twice, Fist.
Yep.
So a 9 to hit, and then a 15. All right, so neither of those will hit you, and then that will be that cultist's turn. Next up is this cultist. You are unconscious, Igvit, so this one will start heading back to the room. Once it gets in here and sees Raylan, it will move up here. That is 2 movements from it. And and then it will move its spiritual weapon there.
Okay.
And
I could go there,
actually, he'll stop right here so he can see the spiritual weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll just do something else. We'll say, roll me a wisdom save, Raylan.
Terrible.
5, as this one looks at you and says, grovel. You are under the effects of command. Next turn, you fall prone, and then end your turn. Grovel before me in the might of Odious and Zariel. That is that one's turn. Big guy on campus is up. Will double move there, and then will end its turn. Dolakesh, give me a death saving throw. Okay, then. Dolakesh, you shake off and spurt up blood as your eyes come to. You are currently at 1 hit point, Dolakesh. That one we can reveal to everybody.
Very, very clutch.
All right. Okay. So you are awake, Dolakesh. That
Is that at the
your
beginning
turn.
of my turn, right?
I think death saving throws are at the end of your turn. But I'm just going to look it up real quick since it makes a difference. Could make a big difference here. Start of every turn. So you have your full turn.
Does he bump into me when he walks through me?
Wait,
Yeah,
are you able
as
to move that far?
as you move, Dolakesh. So first of all, you need to use half your movement to stand up, because you were prone. All right. And as you are trying to move that way, I know that's the edge of your movement. You do feel someone right there in that space that you bump into. Yeah, right in that square. Also, if you've been talking, I can't hear you.
Right. Okay. So essentially, I would say I do 5 this way, 10. I bump into him, like, oh shit, and then 15 this way, knowing that that's an area because I saw him go invisible earlier.
Yep.
And chaos.
All right. Igvis, death saving throw, please.
Interesting.
Interesting. Anarian, you are up.
I'm gonna go try to help Igvis. They're all fighting in that room in there. The 2 people on the wall were pretty nice. And I'm gonna run. I'm gonna have to dash to get to Igvis. So, boop. Which is terrible, but that's what I do.
All right, sounds good. You do that. Raylan, you are up.
Well, I go prone, and
Yes.
I end my turn.
You drop down and you grovel. You go prone.
And I have a feeling I'm gonna have a very bad day.
Fist, you are up. You see this spiked creature, hovering over Raylan as Raylan drops down prone. You have this other individual right next to you. What do you do, Fist?
My chest lights up one more time as I expend another rage. And I will once again grab the person next to me by the throat, use as a weapon.
So I would say that the person that is next to you, you can no longer use him as a weapon. Only reason I did that before is because he was stunned. But you could definitely try to grapple the person if you just wanted to grapple, but not as an improvised weapon, I would say.
Okay, then that's fine. In my rage, you step away from her, and I bum rush towards the one over Ray.
All right, sounds good. Just go ahead and move yourself up to that person. And what are you doing when you bum rush him?
I'm going to take my 2 attacks and just start to waylay into him with my fists.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and give me 2 unarmed strikes.
First one.
That will hit.
That's pretty good. And then the second. Hey, I take that.
And that is a crit. Yeah. So your unarmed strikes, you are raging. So you'll get an extra +2 damage there.
6
So
Then
6, and
six.
then your other crit is 12. So 18 total points of damage from 2 attacks.
And on the second, on each hit, I'm going to try and use thunderous blows. The creature needs to make 2 strength saving throws.
All right. Strength saving throw. Okay, first one is a 19. Second one is a 15.
That makes it.
All right.
That,
As you go punch, punch. But it stands its ground, but it turns its attention away from Raylan on the ground and towards you.
keep your hands off of her.
All right, so that's a bonus action to rage. You moved, and then you used your action to attack. If that is your turn, you can go ahead and pass it in game.
Seem like you can. Oh, there it goes.
All right, well, this one is up here. This one is going to step right here and is going to make actually no, this one is going to come up here, grab its dagger that it had dropped before, and then come over here and make 2 attacks at you. It does have the movement to do that. 4. It is now flanking. So this is the first attack. Is a 17 to hit?
Hit.
Okay, and then the second attack is a 19.
Hit.
So 2 hits for this much total piercing damage, which you are raging, so you have resistance to. So you will take half of that 12 because of your resistance. So you'll take 6 instead. And then that is that cultist's turn. This other one is up. This one is going to move its spiritual weapon. And then is going to move here. And then is also going to attack you with 2 daggers. So a 7 to hit. And a 15 to hit.
Both miss.
All right, both miss. And that's that one's turn. Okay, big guy on campus is up. Big guy on campus is going to take 3 attacks at you, 2 claws, and a tail swipe. All will have advantage because it is flanking.
Bring it.
All right, so we will do claw. This is a claw attack. Is 17. Second claw is a 24. And the tail swipe is a 14.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll hit with 2 claws for a total of this much piercing damage. 12, which you have resistance to. So you will take half of that. You'll take 6. And that is what that one does. Dolakesh.
13 damage.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Big, nice open view of everybody. Who looks the worst? I want to thin them out.
Well, both of the cultists look pretty battered and bruised.
All right.
The big spiked individual looks relatively looks decent. Looks
I'm
decent.
going to try to thin the herd and go for the cultist with Eldritch Blast, and then I'm going to bonus action summon tentacles to the north of the tentacle guy.
All right, so I will break out your tentacle so you can place it where you like. All right.
17 and 25 to hit with Eldritch Blast.
All right, so 17 and 25 will both hit.
So the first one is the closer one to me, just in case it dies on the first hit.
Sounds good. Six damage.
Is that adding my Agonizing Blast?
It is only rolling a single d10.
I'll look into that later. Is he still up?
Well, do you have something extra on that?
I gotta check if I took Agonizing Blast. I could have sworn I did, but let me double check.
Yeah,
If he did, it would add charisma modifier to it, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, let's check real quick. See if you got that.
Oh, you know what? I took Repelling Blast.
Hmm.
I remember that. I decided to change it up with that. So he actually gets pushed 10 feet away.
No save?
No.
All right. So that one will take 6 points of damage. It is still up, and it gets pushed 10 feet away.
And then I'll still go for the other one just to give distance on him.
Okay, sounds good.
Because it was repelling blast, would I be able to take a sentinel attack against it?
It's not. It's forced movement.
It's
You can't
forced
take
movement,
it. Yeah.
unfortunately.
I couldn't remember, so I had to ask.
That second
Yeah.
one does die, though.
Heck yeah. And then the tentacle attack on Spiky Dude.
Nice.
I'll go ahead and roll this now, just to save time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's my scroll stopped working. It's getting really hard to navigate my menus. Ooga. Slap, slap, tentacle slap.
All right, your slap thing didn't come through for me for whatever reason.
Oh, 23 to hit.
23.
9 cold damage.
Yeah, 23 will hit, and for 9 cold damage. Sounds good.
And it's slowed.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 10 feet to its movement, whatever it may be. We know it's not 60.
But okay, and it is slowed. Igvis, you cough up
To
blood.
save time. Yeah, I was trying to save time, and
yeah.
that's what happened.
You cough up blood, and you come to.
And Arian's not going to get to heal anyone today, is he?
Are you upset? Can we win first?
So you are at 1 hit point, and you get your full turn, Igvis.
Oh my god, I hate everything. And then
One of these spiritual weapons should be gone, right?
So I do need a second here to refresh
both.
Foundry for me. Because it looks like one of the rolls did a weird thing for me. Okay, cool. We're back. We're good.
Real quick, one of the spiritual weapons should be gone, and one of them has to be concentration check.
Correct. The one that was right here is this spiritual weapon. The other one there is gone. So this one will have to make a check. Well, actually, no, sorry. It's not concentration spiritual weapon.
Oh, it's not? Okay, my bad.
Nope. One of the good things about spiritual weapon.
So I'll just cough. I did roll the natural 20, so I go back to 1.
Yep.
And I was like, ah. And then the first thing I do is look to make sure Tolakesh is not dead. And the moment I see him, I'm like,
Still standing.
good news there. And I'll get up using half my movement and start flying in this direction. And I guess I'm gonna bump into an area.
You will bump into a Narian on the way.
Where is he at?
He is right there.
Oh, it's like, oh my god. Oh, all right. And then I'll go up and over him
Sounds good.
and go to here, and then just take the dodge action, I think,
All right. You do that.
just in case anything else comes out, because I'm not feeling okay.
All right, Anarian, you are up.
Anarian is going to walk under Igvis to in front of the door. And then he's going to use his last wild shape and turn into a black bear.
Nice. And wild shape it will
Not
not
a
break
spell.
your invisibility. So
So you're just an invisible black.
you are now
I'm an invisible black bear.
You are an invisible black bear. What black bear is still medium or
that's
large?
the thing of nightmares. Jesus Christ.
Medium.
It's
It's
medium.
medium.
Okay, so you are now a black bear. Nice. Cool.
I'm sure we'll see it eventually.
No, they're going to
Just
kill
pop
everything,
into
and I'm just going
existence
to
at
be
the end of the fight.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just going to stay invisible until everyone kills everything.
All right. Anything else? There we go. Raylan, you are up.
All right, so I'm gonna burn half my movement to stand up. Is that that's just the movement, right? It's not
Yep.
like a bonus.
Just
action or anything?
half your movement.
All right, and
So
then
if you
I'm
had 30,
going
you should only have like 15 left, that kind of thing.
So I'm gonna move here, and then with a bonus action.
So that will provoke an attack of opportunity
Okay.
if you choose to move there. So that big guy on campus will attack you with its tail.
All right, I'm gonna burn a reaction to throw up a shield.
Sounds good. And a 10 will miss you. And your shield comes up as it tries to swipe at you.
Hello?
Hi.
Yep.
I said no, he won't. Sentinel.
Sentinel doesn't prevent opportunity attacks, does it?
It doesn't...
Creature with 5 attack against the target other than you. You use your reaction to make a melee attack against the attacking creature.
Yeah. So he will make an attack against Raylan, but Sentinel will allow you to take an attack against him.
I don't ever use Sentinel. I'm usually a warlock, so this is new to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's... Well,
as long
actually...
as long as the person also doesn't have Sentinel, then yeah, that works.
yeah. So you can actually, if you want to, use your reaction and try to punch him in the face.
I would love to punch him in the face.
All right. So go ahead and give me an attack roll. He uses his tail swipe at Raylan, and you're like, I'ma punch you in the face. And a 16 will hit. Go ahead and roll me. Oh, actually, sorry. You just do 6 damage. All right, and that hurts. Raylan, you can continue your turn.
All right, while that's happening, I'm going to burn all 5 of my sorcery points.
Ooh.
Use a bonus action to do it to get one of my level 3 spell slots back.
Awesome.
And with that, I'm going to firebolt him.
Cool.
Or lightning bolt, I mean.
Lightning bolt. Okay.
I was about to ask. I was like, that was a.
Now, level 3, firebolt. All right. But a lightning bolt. Nice. Okay, so we need to make
15 dexterity DC.
Dex.
And then you're just gonna hear Ignis go, "What the hell's the lightning?" I never saw you cast it.
Justice.
Justice. The sound of justice. Okay. This is his dex save. 22.
Yeah. So then he takes half.
All right, so he will take 11. 11 lightning.
And I think I'm all out of anything else I can do.
All right. Fist, you are up.
Question. It would be an action to look around the room to see if my axe is in here, wouldn't it? Or a weapon of some sort.
Yeah, I would say just on quick glance, you do not see your axe in the room, but there are definitely daggers lying around on the floor from the enemies that were killed.
Punches does not damage of a dagger anyway, so. I will go ahead and take 2 swipes. 2 more swipes at him.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and make me attack rolls.
We're gonna make that reckless.
Reckless, so you're attacking with advantage. So 23 on your first attack will hit.
Not taking a nat 1 if I can avoid it. For 12 more damage.
And then the 25 also hit. So you hit twice. Cool. For 12 more damage. All right. That hurts.
Really don't have a bonus effect. Oh, I'm done then.
All right. You can pass the turn in game then if you're done. All right. This cultist is up. This cultist is going to step up behind you and is going to attack you twice with 2 daggers. So first attack, a 9 will miss you. Second attack, 24, that's a nat 20.
Ouch.
We should probably just roll that. Would be nice. For 5 points of damage. 5 points on a crit.
A round down, right?
Yes, so you take 2. And then also this spiritual weapon will come down right here and will also swing at you. And because you reckless attack, this also has advantage. 17 to hit you. I think will hit you. For this much force damage. For 4 points of force damage. So that you do not have resistance on. And then that is the cultist's turn. Big guy on campus is up. This barbed creature will attack you 3 times with advantage. Twice with its claws, and once with its tail.
At the risk of my own death. Never mind. It's like that spiritual weapon could have fucked my day.
This is 1 claw, 15 to hit. Second claw, an 8.
Ooh.
And the tail.
Double 9s and double
Whoa!
2s and double 2s again?
Wow.
What the hell was that?
All of those miss you.
Yes, my health bar breached.
That is just impressive.
It swings at you furiously, all with advantage, and misses you. And luck is on your side today as it passes the turn to Dolakesh.
My health bar really appreciates it.
Oh my god, I think Dolakesh is actually stunned for a moment, like holy that was wild. Okay, I'm just blasting the big guy. He needs to die.
All right, sounds good.
$17 and 22.
Both of those will hit.
17 does 9, and he's pushed away from me 10 feet, so I imagine in a little diagonal there, yeah. And then again, pushed away 10 feet for 8 damage.
All right. Nice.
And then
nice.
I think my tentacle can move and attack, right?
I think it's like a spiritual weapon.
I think you should read it. I think it's a bonus action. Says you can move it and attack at a certain.
Yeah. I'll read it just to make sure. I
distance.
forget if it's move
As a
or
bonus action
attack.
turn, you can move the tentacle up to 30 feet and repeat the attack.
Okay, cool.
So up to 30 feet. So you can move it up to that cultist. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take this guy out. Oh, that was almost a 20.
That hits. Go ahead and roll me some tentacle damage.
11.
Ooh. And that guy goes down, and the spiritual weapon blinks out of existence.
How bloodied is that big guy right now?
Big guy, there is a lot of blue blood
So-
streaming across his body.
As Dolakesh is hurling orbs of warped space at him, he rocks him back straight into the wall, and the blood splatters out from his back.
Absolutely, and there's a bunch of different tapestries hanging on the wall, and he just splatters like a large amount of blue blood across one of those tapestries.
Dope.
Igvis, you are up.
So I'll start by coming here, figure out what the hell's going on.
You run into a big
Loiter.
bear.
I'm still floating, so hopefully I'm above you still. Delakesh, Metal Man's on our side.
So far.
I'll get to here,
All right.
and I'll take one of my short swords off my belt, and I'll hand it to the Metal Man. This should at least help you a little bit. I don't know if it's preferred.
As I will take it and start to stabbing. No.
And then with my action, I'll move to here just because I can't take the first hit from this thing right now.
All right, Anarian, you are up.
As a note, the short sword has a 1d6 plus your strength, at least.
That in my inventory.
Anarian's gonna move to, or he's gonna have to dash to here. That's basically all he can do.
Silent pads running through.
Yeah.
Yep. You do that, the invisible bear that has yet to attack. That's quite impressive. You've stayed invisible this entire combat. Raylan, you are up.
Okay.
I'm sure he would have been revealed if either of us didn't roll a natural 20 to stand back up.
Right, exactly. He would have had to heal us.
So I'm going to move here. And now I'm actually going to firebolt him.
All right, sounds good. Firebolt away.
Terrible.
A 10 will miss. Hey, luck has been on your side here. 2 nat 20s on death saving throws. You know, he just rolled abysmally on his 3 advantage attacks. You're doing well, doing well. All right, firebolt misses right against the wall. So that is a movement and your action. You have a bonus action if you'd like to use it.
Nope.
Fist, you are up. It's just the big barbed guy in the room.
As I take the toothpick I was handed, I will make my way over, take my attack. As I can, they're all going to be reckless.
All right. Well, reckless, I think, is only the first attack of the turn, right?
I think it's every attack. You can just choose
Yeah,
when
it
to
could,
do it.
they can
Oh,
be
yeah,
any
yeah,
attack.
yeah. You
Because then
yeah, you get it
everything
for
else
the-
is on advantage on them.
Yep. You get it for the turn. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead
Watch you roll
and
double
make
twos
me
again.
some short sword attacks at advantage. All right, that is a 23. 23 will absolutely hit. And the second one is a 22. That will also hit. 2 hits with the short sword. That was just a normal short sword you gave him, right, Igvis?
Yeah, I don't have a magical one.
All right. So go ahead and roll me damage. Okay, so the first one is 6 damage. No, because it only did +3. It
Why
should,
did that?
it
It should be his strength, whatever the strength is.
Yeah, are you raging still?
Right. Where is that?
Because it should
It
have.
only stops if you don't take damage, but he was attacked. No, is it only if you're not attacked or don't take damage?
Well, only if
if
he's
I
knocked
don't-
unconscious, or if he hasn't attacked a hostile creature since his last turn.
Okay. Okay.
What has an attack?
He can also end it voluntarily. But it should be an extra 2 there if you're raging.
Yeah, I don't know why it managed. That's the thing.
Yeah, so that's 8 damage on the first one, so then roll damage again.
I rolled a 6. That's 11 because it's a +3 too.
Well, I'll let you keep the other 6 too. So, yeah, 11 and 8. 19 points of damage.
Unfortunately, it's non-magical, so.
And this thing is still up as you stab and slice and take a couple extra chunks off of him. So that is movement and action. You can use a bonus action if you wish to.
Good question. If I were to use my thunderous blows to attempt to, that forces it in a 5 feet away from me. Since the wall's behind it, can I try and force him into the wall for another point or 2 of bludgeoning damage just to hit?
Yeah, I'd let him take 1d4. I'd give him points of bludgeoning damage if you use your thunderous blows, and push him into the wall.
Strength saving throws, please.
All right, strength save. 14. And then a nat 20. So he is pushed on the first one, though, right? What's the... Oh, no, the save is a 14. All right. So he is not pushed at all. All right. If that is your turn, though, you can end. All right. Big guy in campus is up. He is going to... he'll say, in common, he'll say, "It's all right. Zariel will have the last laugh." As he spits up blue blood, and then will attack you 3 times with advantage again. 2 claws and a tail.
Do it.
All right. First claw. 13 will miss. Second claw. Woo! 15. And the tail. Tail 25 will hit.
No, no, that will miss. Yeah.
6 attacks total, all at advantage. 1 hits. Okay, the tail. This much damage. 10 points of damage. You will take half of that because you're raging. You only take 5.
Ha! He's also not magical.
And yeah, that's his turn. And then he'll actually take a step down this way. Dolakesh.
Do I get an
Oh, boy.
opportunity attack if he moves away from me?
If you would like it, Anarian, you could take it.
Yeah, I turned into a bear for some reason. Might as well attack him.
All right.
Do it.
So you attack, and all of a sudden, the rest of you see this bear pop up there where Anarian is.
Oh,
Christ.
no.
Roll a...
Wait, wouldn't it be with
It's at
advantage?
though, right?
Yeah.
He's invisible.
True, it is at advantage because you were invisible. Though that would have been funny. You first attack of the
That would've been
combat.
so sad.
This is me. Don't worry. I can probably roll another one.
Dude, I've rolled double nat 1s and then a 1 and a 2 on advantage.
We just watched the DM roll 3 triple 20s, like 3 double 20s or whatever.
All right,
There
20
you go.
will hit.
6 damage.
6 non-magical damage from your bear.
Jesus Christ, Anarian.
As
Attaboy.
a bear pops into existence.
Yeah, he
Dolakesh,
growls.
All
you're
right,
up.
I really want this kill. I'm gonna walk in.
He's really, really hurt.
It's essentially, for mechanical reasons, I'm holding my action to let my tentacle go first, but my tentacle's gonna come up and attack, and I'm gonna do 2 blasts on it. And if it works, the flavor's gonna be sick. So
Okay.
tentacle, blast.
So 12 will miss.
I didn't do the blast for some reason.
Wait, you said it will hit the 12?
It will not. It'll miss.
Okay, sorry.
It will miss. The 14 will miss, and the 26 will hit, though.
And the 10 feet away, I don't know if you'll give me the bludgeoning on the wall.
I'll give you the bludgeoning on the wall as well. 1d4.
I am so I feel so robbed.
For 1.
Yep.
And he is still up, but spitting up blood.
All right, I'd like to think that I'm actually just torturing him a little bit. I'm just like ragdolling him around and letting him feel the pain before we finish him
And
off.
he is saying something that you don't understand, but the inflection, it sure sounds like he is cursing up a storm at you.
I'm laughing as I do it.
Alright, so for me, I'm just going to fly in and basically do like a spinning attack. So I'm just like spinning and trying to smash him against the wall.
All right, sounds good.
18,
18 will hit.
for 12 points of damage.
12 points of magical damage will take him down.
Yeah, so one big swing and splatter him against the wall, essentially.
Absolutely. And he splatters against the wall as just blood erupts and oozes down the side of the wall. And as he slumps to the ground, his body is engulfed in a blue flame that just overtakes him. And then there is nothing left in his place. And we can now drop out of combat. I think, why don't we take our break here? I think this is a good spot for the break now that you have defeated these combatants. Take, like, let's say 10 minutes, go, grab something to eat, something to drink real quick, come back, and then we'll see what you do next.
Sounds good.
All right. I will see you all in a little bit. All right, and we are back after a short break. The characters here have just defeated this combat. Pretty rough one there in the beginning for a little bit, but they pulled back.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
They pulled back and pulled through. So yeah, you guys are in this room. As I mentioned, there's that 7-foot tall statue of an angel there on the southern side. Along the side, there are a bunch of different banners that have various scenes adorned alongside them. And then, of course, the bodies of the cultists in the room that you just killed. And as mentioned before, that barbed devilish creature that you slew before did erupt in flame and disappear upon its death.
An Aryan wants to jump up and try to knock over the statue as a bear.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics.
Can I assist him by, smacking the legs from underneath it?
Sure.
So we actually talked about this. I want to wrap up my tentacle and help him with telekinesis, and they are all going to do their thing.
Sure. Roll me at an Aryan at advantage. Athletics.
That's just strength on a bear, so I'm going to roll strength.
I'm basically trying to kneecap this statue.
16.
16. Yeah, this is a pretty heavy statue as you try to topple it over. It does seem like it budges a little bit. You think that you probably could topple it, but you just not strong enough there.
Keep going. Do it again.
He's a bear, so he doesn't know to stop. He just keeps bouncing back and forth.
We'll say that you do eventually knock it over. And it will fall. And actually, when it falls, the head where the neck is actually detaches and breaks off. And it seems like there's actually a hollow area inside of the head and the neck, and you see what looks to be the hilt of some sort of weapon. And
genius.
Yeah, just sitting there.
And Aryan goes and picks up the head and kind of holds it like Pooh Bear and sticks his paw down in it.
Okay. So you're grabbing it. Can you wield it as a bear? Can you grab it as a bear?
He's just holding the head. He's not trying to grab the weapon.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, you're holding the head. And there's just this weapon that is sticking out.
Well, since I'm here, I guess I'll reach for it and grab it.
Okay.
I've already been connected to Zariel, so big surprise here.
Okay, and you grab the weapon, and as you grab it, and you wield it, you get this sense that you can command it in some way, and that you can will it almost to shed light. And do you do that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. And so as you do that, it actually lights up in a bright light for 10 feet. And yeah, it is lit. It is you have a +1 mace that can be a 10-foot light at will that you can just will on and off.
You're even brighter than before. Check you out.
Shut up. This isn't a weapon for me. Fist, are you interested in this until we recover at least your things?
Duran is like, I could accept the mace. Yes.
I've heard the name at least, so I'll hand you the +1 glowing mace.
I thank you.
I think you're making the place better, Anarion, and I'm gonna use control flames to start moving these lamp lights to like burn up the tapestries.
Okay, sounds good. You can absolutely do that. And so those lights kind of move off to the side, and those tapestries start to light on fire and burn up.
And I guess while you're doing that, I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, both of you, by the way. How'd you both get down here?
Funny story. But before we get into that, I imagine that names would probably be in order. I'm Raylan, and this is my friend Fist.
Whoa. I am F1-5C. People
Fist.
call me F.
Nice to meet you both. My name is Ignis.
Here's your sword back.
I'll go ahead and grab it and put it back on my belt. So my name is Ignis. I feel like I shouldn't go too far into it, but nice to meet you both. How did you end up here?
My friend Raylan was tabbed by the military to search for some people.
Wait.
She asked me to accompany her.
Wait, military? Who do you work for?
Well, we're here at the direction of Blaze Porter.
Blaze Porter.
Yes.
So are you a member of the Flaming Fist? What's your rank?
I am not. But I have been a companion of Blaze Porter for quite some time.
Interesting. The one I spoke to mostly was Zaj, yeah? DM?
Yes. So you spoke to Flame Zaj. So essentially, Flame. You know that. What you know about Blaze Porter is that she is the niece of the recently murdered Duke Porter, which happened over the course of the campaign. You know that Blaze is the second highest rank in the Flaming Fist. The only rank higher is Grand Marshal, which was previously held by older Ravengard, who was in El Terrell when it fell, way back in Session 1, and since then there has been basically a gap in the leadership of the Flaming Fist. And you know that there are a couple other blazes, 2 others here in the city that have been kind of vying for control, and you've heard those rumors throughout the Flaming Fist as well. And you know that Blaze Porter, Liera Porter, was often far away Chult on a mission down there far away. but that there are basically 3 blazes within the Flaming Fist currently, Porter being one of them. And any of them could be the next Grand Marshal, which is usually voted on by the council and by the Parliament of Peers. But you do know that Blaze Liara Porter, if she was around, would be the favorite.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting. And if this isn't top secret from the Blaze, who are you searching for down here?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how much I am really authorized to say.
If it helps, I'm a gauntlet with a fist, and have been on directive to investigate this area as well.
We were sent specifically here to investigate Duke and the Emperor.
And you trust Blaze Porter, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, this should be evidence enough that, at the very least, they're not to any good, considering we're under their manor at an altar for Zariel.
Obviously.
We can start there and move on. I think I have some things your companion would find interesting, but I'd rather finish our job here first.
Well, you guys helped us. It's only fair to help them. What do you say, Fist?
So we are going to go with these people? If that is what you say, Ray, I trust you.
I think that it's probably a good idea. It's better in numbers, number 1. Number 2, they did help us.
Dolakesh, get over here. I was gonna scream at you.
Part of what you trying.
I'm here. I'm fully. I'm not gonna stand in their face. I like to give people space. But what do you want?
Is this part of the morals that you were trying to teach me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that last part.
Is this a part of the morals that you were trying to teach me?
Yes.
I shall do my best to learn.
Well,
You
nice
too.
to meet you both. When you first came down here, was there... It seems like you guys are both missing things. Is that true?
Yes.
I'm missing a very important weapon hilt. Very important to me.
Okay, we can search the area and see if we can find it, but I don't want to go too far. As you can tell, we're all hurting just a little bit, as I kind of grabbed my side when I got speared earlier.
Well, I mean, we could probably rest a little bit. I mean, it's not like that fight was a walk in the park.
We do have another companion and another friend we met down here. I don't know if you've met him yet. Well, we'll go introduce you.
Well, kind of hard to meet people. We were on the outside of the manor, and we got caught.
We're very
How long ago? Because that could very well be my fault.
I don't rightly know.
All right, well, follow us. We'll go introduce you to our companion.
A large black bear just enters the room with Alistair, Fisk, and Sartoris.
Oh my! What is that? This be is this creature with you, Igvis?
They're friendly, I promise. I'll go give him scratches underneath his chin.
Oh, is this, and he kind of inspects you a little closer. Is this one of your Oh, I see, a druid. You must be.
Yeah, you met them earlier.
Oh, yes, and, Well, I see that must be a Narian, judging by the fact that I see Dolakesh and Igvis here and Sartorius, but there are two new people here. Who might you be, my metal friend?
Oh, my name is F1-5T.
F1-5T. What a unique designation. Who gave you this designation, if you don't mind me asking?
And as much as a robot face can look confused, he looks confused. I don't know. You see, I wasn't always Warforged. My friend put me back together. I don't remember a lot.
Oh, I see. Well, very interesting. Quite fine craftsmanship, if I might say so myself. And he pulls out a book, and he begins writing as he continues to look over you. I hope you don't mind. I just want to make a couple notes for academic research purposes, of course.
Insight check?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me insight. Yeah, I mean, seems genuinely curious to you.
Okay.
I guess. Go ahead. Still
Why-
kind of.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. Absolutely.
While he's doing that, I think I want to try and crack open this chest that we couldn't open just by smacking the lock with my staff.
All right, give me an attack roll.
21.
21. Go ahead and give me damage.
12.
12 damage, and you are able to smack it off with your quarterstaff.
The old master key. Just break it. I don't know if we determined this was magical in any way, like trapped.
I think we tried and didn't work out for us, but good luck. What's the worst that could happen?
I'll ask everybody to leave the room and then go to open this. I don't know if anybody wants to even go, but I'll give them a second.
An Aryan sitting on the bed like a dog as a bear.
I'm gonna whistle as I start to walk out, call an Aryan.
Falster will just follow F1-5T,
Wherever he goes.
Yeah.
5 gold says he dies.
He'll walk out with Raylan. As soon as he sees Ray move, he's moving with her.
We're gonna do Sartorius too. While this does a fireball in my face. Alright, and then I'll just open this.
All right. You open it and nothing happens. But you do open it, and inside you find just one item at the bottom of the chest, and it is a silver pendant shaped like a right-handed gauntlet on the end of a silver chain. Make me a religion check.
Can I assist, possibly?
Anybody who is looking at the pendant could make a religion check.
19.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is good considering it's a +0.
Yeah. You know that this is the holy symbol of Torm.
Torm?
Torm, Torm, and you are familiar with Torm, especially you, Igvis. You know, coming from El Terrell and being around holy knights of Torm. You know that Elturians and the Hell Riders all tend to worship Torn, who is the deity of duty and loyalty and righteousness and obedience. But this is Torm's holy symbol, that right-handed gauntlet.
Did what's her face? What was her name? What was the Hell Rider we started with?
Ray?
Did Rhea? Did she worship Torn?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Where did we leave her?
Hey, Fallister.
Yes. Sorry. Did you say my name? I'm sorry. My good sir. I'll be right back.
Are you? You're just looking for evidence against our dear Duke here, right? And find out what happened with Elturel. Nothing else.
Well, as I said, I did get word that there might be a powerful cult leader here from Elturel that is working with the Duke, and finding this cult leader is of the utmost importance, so that we can question them and find out the how and the why of Elturel's downfall, if we can.
So we just found a cult leader, but they were a fiend and were not cooperative.
A fiend. What did this fiend look like?
I'll just describe him as devilish, covered in spikes, 2 claws, and a very spiked tail.
Devilish. It sounds like a barbed devil to me. No, that can't be the cult leader. Just another one of Zariel's minions, of course. From the Nine Hells. No.
You didn't need him, because they are currently blue fire, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, that is, see, when a devil dies, if it is not killed on its home plane, it simply goes back to the home plane and is reborn there. So, most likely it just disappeared because, you killed it here, and so now it is back on its home plane again, able to cause havoc and such, and probably just informing its superiors of what happened.
Fun times. And I'll walk up to Raylan and say, hey, the person you're looking for, did they worship Torm? You can go back to studying Fist, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I don't... See, here's the thing. We came here to confirm who was responsible for the deaths of Ravengard and of
Porter?
Blaze Porter's uncle.
Duke Porter as well?
Yes.
Huh, well then your goals kind of aligned with Fisk's over here. Fun times. There's and I'll point across the hall. There's like a dormitory over on that side. If we want to barricade it a little bit, we can probably take a rest in there for the time being. I don't know how safe it is surrounded by cultists, to be fair.
I'm sorry, do we know that Ravengard is dead?
He disappeared with the city. That's about all we know. Presumed dead.
Okay. Okay, right. Presumed dead. Just making sure you didn't, see his body or something.
Nope.
This place is just as good as any.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Ravengard or did you say Porter? Because Ravengard disappeared with the city. Porter was assassinated in the middle of a park.
He said Ravengard a moment. He said the death of Ravengard, but I don't know if he's misspoke.
It's fine. Either way, one's presumed dead, the other one is dead.
Okay. Yeah. Sartorius, you should come inside and close the door. Great. Nice. Yeah. I think we can rest here for an hour and probably just leave. I don't imagine we need to be here anymore.
I can't leave here until the Duke is dealt with.
I would like my dagger back.
Well, yeah, we need to get your guys' stuff for sure. But okay, on to the Duke then.
The Duke has to be dealt with before I'm comfortable leaving at all.
Well, besides just the Duke, I must remind you that we must find this cult leader, or, at least find an identity. It is of the utmost importance that we do so.
Chances are this leader might be with said Duke. I don't know. For now, I think we should just rest, see if we can find their equipment that they're missing, their items, and continue forward. Sound good to anybody else?
Yeah, no, we first things first is rest. I need to take a break.
All right, I'm gonna go. I think I want to just rest in the dormitory. There's not a whole lot of space in here.
I just lounge back against the wall where I am.
I'll go with him. Fist, you can stay here.
Exquisite. I think I shall stay here as well. What are those things in your head that would make up for eyes? They are not of the flesh variety. How do they actually operate? Do you know?
Remember, you can also use
I-
arrow keys if you want to move.
I don't know.
Very interesting. Quite the circuitry that you have going on there. That they can mimic sight like that. And he will continue going off and writing in his journal. Sartoris will hang out here in this room as well, and we'll just go curl up in this corner. What is your intention here? Is it to take a short rest? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. You are able to take a short rest and for at least an hour, and yeah, nobody comes to bother you in that hour. So if you would like to spend any hit dice, you are more than welcome to do that. In order to heal, you get all your short rest abilities back. And remember, you can spend more than one hit dice, so if you wish to use more than one, you can do that on a short rest, as many as you like. And you get half of your total hit dice back on a long rest.
If you roll a 1 on the hit dice, are we allowed to re-roll, or do we?
Yes, so we do have a house rule, so on any healing, and hit dice would be included in that, you re-roll once. All ones. And if you keep rolling ones, you keep re-rolling them.
Okay, I think I'm good.
There you go.
I had to use 4 hit dice. That's unfortunate.
I did. Okay, so take away 7 from the 19. Oh no, that was plus 6 overall. It's not like, okay. No, just take away. Yeah, take away 1, 18.
These D12 hit dice.
That I rolled a 12 and a 1, then the 1 re-rolled into another 12. So I'm doing great so far.
Nice.
So you healed for like 30 then.
Uh, 12, so 12, 24, yeah, 30. Plus an additional 8 with the third one, so 38.
Nice.
Okay, once we're all set up and all that.
All right.
Still 3 hit points.
So if everybody is done with their hit dice, you rest for the hour, and nobody seems to bother you. What would you like to do?
So I guess we'll reconvene. Unless
well,
Ray has something to say.
While we're resting in here, I look over at Igvis, and Igvis, is it you said?
Yeah, Igvis.
And you said you're a gauntlet.
Correct. Gauntlet with the flaming fist. And I'll show my badge just to alleviate the worry, if there was any.
This may come out wrong, but within the fist, where do your loyalties lie? Who do they lie with?
It's complicated. Basically, I'm here not even of the fist's accord. I was basically given to a third-party contractor by my leader, so really, I'm basically here for the same reason you are.
Well, what do you know of Blaze Porter?
I don't know much, but if there was any kind of vie for power, I'm pretty sure they're the front runner.
Well, it's really no secret that Blaze Beldroth is already making his move. We kind of came here. Because, like I said, we're trying to find out who killed Duke Porter. What many people don't know is that Blaze Porter is coming, if not already here in the city, in Baldur's Gate.
More political nonsense.
It
Well,
always is.
if it makes you feel any better, I could tell you who killed Blaze Porter. Well, I can tell you who killed the Duke Porter.
That would make half my job here complete. If you would, please.
Let's talk about that later. I don't know how many ears are actually within these walls at the moment. We'll deal with that once we actually leave the manor.
Agreed.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me now, or do you think you can wait?
No, I think you can wait.
All right, let's go join everybody else. And hello, are you still a bear?
Yep.
Hyanarian? And just like scratch his chin. Are we good to go?
Yep.
Okay.
Laughter.
Is it that time already? No.
Delicash, you've been here for a little bit, yeah?
What's a little bit? Yeah, no, I'm just joking. Yeah, what do you need to know?
Well, do you know where they would keep stolen items? Maybe we can find their belongings.
Probably.
I feel like that's a DM, do I?
You so I mean you would know that there is a treasure vault. That the treasure vault is kept locked though, and that Duke Vanthampur has the only key to it, and you know where that treasure vault would be. So where you are now, all the way straight to the south at the far end, is a door, and that is the door to the treasury. You don't know where the Duke normally holds up. She seems to come and go, seemingly out of nowhere. So you assume there is a room somewhere that is hidden to you and others, you would guess, that she has access to.
That I don't know if you'll maybe allow me to roll as that being something of interest and possibly something I could have spied on.
Give me an investigation check. Um,
16.
yeah, you haven't been here that long, but you have spotted the Duke a few times coming and going from the temple.
So,
I'm just gonna
relaying that
pocket
to
the amulet from that person we found earlier. Just gonna pocket it.
Okay.
the others. The Duke, she came and went. She made sure she wasn't followed. There's probably some secret entrance. I've been around here plenty of times and never found her chambers, but the treasury vault has a key that only she has.
And Arian's going to revert back to himself. Does that mean there's a locked door around here somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Should I try to find it? We might could pick the lock.
Maybe.
I would appreciate it being. I would love my weapon hilt back.
Can I, with mage hand, levitate like a rock, cast light on it so I have a little torch?
Yeah, you can do that.
So yeah, you guys just see Dolkesh like raise a palm up, and a little
Remind me,
pebble
light
comes up.
is 2020.
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check.
Hey, Chris, what's in this door right beneath us here?
2020.
Yep.
I think this is the door we were talking about.
Yes. Yep.
I'm going to check it for traps first.
Good luck with that.
What's the door made out of? What's it look like?
This door is a large, solid steel door. And when you look at this, Anarian, you don't notice any traps, but it does look like there is an indentation. You don't see like a normal keyhole, but it looks like there's an indentation of what seems to be maybe a star of some sort. And it looks like something might be able to fit in there. It looks specially designed for something to maybe fit in there.
It looks like the key is not a key, but a star.
Can I tell? This is bending the crap out of the rules, so this is a rule of cool if you'll let me. But can I tell if it's magical in nature or not? As in, could I mold Earth, my little rock, into the shape of the keyhole and try and twist it or turn it or push it?
And Arian was just about to do the same thing to your little rocks.
Um, yeah, sure. Um, so you try to make like a star-shaped stone, and you put that stone into the door, and then you try to like turn it intuitively, and it doesn't seem like anything happens. It doesn't turn, it doesn't move, it doesn't budge.
More to it than just that, I suppose. Alright, well, we came to find her, so let's go find her. But I have no idea where the entrance to her chambers are.
One more question. Does the door have hinges?
You are looking and you don't see any.
Okay, so it slides or moves in another way.
For pure shits and giggles, can I see Can I look around to see if they maybe accidentally dropped the key last time they were here?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Please, not 20 for this to work. Let's do this. Not that 20, but anyway.
Yeah, you look around on the ground and in the surrounding area right around you, and you don't seem to find anything that looks like it would fit this odd shape.
Chris, should we go up and ask Mr. Man, who was going to show us what his mother's was, upstairs? The son of the Duke?
He seemed like a bit of a coward. He didn't even want to come down here to begin with.
Yeah, but he might could tell us where the room is.
He's never been down here before.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to drag that squirming moron down here, but I don't think he'll be of any use to us.
Igvis. Wow, I'm proud of you.
Proud of what? As I
Oh.
just walk past you.
I don't know. Call it bravery.
We already killed him
Look.
once.
These tunnels are kind of suspicious, no? Can my, because I'm holding the rock with mage hand, if I send the light pebble into these dark tunnels, like, is it just a tunnel? Do they seem to reveal anything?
Yeah, those are like exits for sewer water. They
Okay.
actually, water is rushing kind of like out of them into this little moat area.
I'm gonna go ahead and light my mace.
Who had the best passive investigation? 'Cause not me.
Pretty sure this goes with intelligence, and it's also not me.
DM.
Say again, sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and light up my mace.
Okay, sounds good. Give me a second. I'll apply a light to you.
What were you asking for? Passive investigation?
Yeah, I was mostly joking. Just like, we're literally just going to be walking around until we find something. Because I have no idea.
Well, we're also want to check the rooms
Let
again.
me real quick. I do want to look at everybody's passive perception.
Oh, shit.
I have 13.
17.
14.
11.
Okay. Okay.
We do need to see if we can find their items, and I hope they're not in that vault.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Have you guys been down here yet?
Well, really quickly, when we first walked into this room, that dude had a whip, right? That he was using on the cultists. DM.
Yes. There is a whip down there.
Is that like just a regular whip, or was it like a barred whip with like spikes on it or anything?
Looks like just a normal whip.
Cool, I'm taking it.
There's a hallway in the far southeast. Did you guys go that way yet? I don't think we've been that way yet.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I think we might have to go back, but we'll see if this loops around. Anything up there?
Nothing.
Guys,
Yes, an area.
Oh.
Have you guys been in this room?
I mean, there's blood everywhere, but I don't think we caused that.
1 second.
I couldn't tell y'all this when I was a bear, but did you notice it was drafty when we were in the room with the big scary statue?
No. Where'd you feel the draft from?
When I was knocking over the statue.
can we do a quick investigation here?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Can I help him?
Yeah, you could both make investigations if you'd like.
You should definitely make your own.
I'm not good at it either.
There's a staircase over here.
Did you mean to roll intimidation? Is it the same?
No, it's the same.
Okay.
Igvis, as you guys are kind of over there, you're kind of feeling against that wall, and over here, it seems like some of that wall could be slid to the side as you notice little cracks kind of in the wall that don't seem to align. It seems like it could move.
I think you found an area, and I'll push it and try and move it along where the edges were.
Okay.
And Aaron gets the sword of the statue and sees if he can use it like a crowbar to help.
Wait, and Dolkesh was doing the investigation. Are you doing it all the way in that other room, or were you with us?
Yeah, he's in another room.
Okay.
All right. That door opens. In that room, Igvis, as you kind of look in, the room is lit by a pair of tall wrought iron candlesticks in the eastern portion of the room. 9 candles burn atop each one, casting flickering light across a claw-footed altar carved from a single block of obsidian, and which has a small angel-shaped flame erupting from its top. Also in that room, you see this woman. She is a large, barrel-chested woman. And I'm going to share a picture here. She looks like this. As she kind of rolls up her sleeves and looks at you and says, "I see you've found my hiding spot. And you seem to have cut down my minions. No matter, I will take care of you myself, and if I cannot, I will still be rewarded greatly by Ariel." I am going to need everybody to roll me initiative from where you are.
I hope you can handle an old lady.
There's a nasty old lady to deal with.
Our initiatives can't handle the old lady.
We're letting her go first.
Better than my last one.
I hope you guys are at least a little close.
Nope. Not at all. Not even close.
So
How
you
thick do you
basically,
think these walls are?
so basically, you're just gonna hear, "We found her," and maybe a little.
I don't even think we'll hear that. I think it's a stretch that you could yell from where you are to where I am, at least. With my passive, no fucking way.
But there would be an impressive fucking echo being in the sewers like this.
Aren't you always like connected to me? Like
I have
telepathically?
did I do that last round? Because it lasts a while. It lasts like, how long does it last?
Ah,
I don't know if
whatever.
the DM would let me retcon doing that on our short rest, because I probably woulda.
Sure.
Alright, cool. So yeah, me and you can talk telepathically. Dope.
So I'll just ping you, being like, "Found her."
Just have to run a mile now.
It's like,
Get to
where
the
though?
ritual room. Get to the ritual room.
Hey,
All right, F15T, you are first. You don't really know what's going on right now because nobody said anything to you, so
investigate this room. Just see what's in here.
sounds good. So you can just hold your turn and pass as you're kind of looking around the room. In this room over here, there's a whole bunch of wine bottles, and I'll actually, if you want to pass your turn, I will send you a description of what you actually see. All right. This barrel-chested woman will, from her hand, flame will come out and will go towards you, Igvis, 2 times. 1 from each hand. This flame doesn't seem like normal flame, though. It has this eerie blue glow to it. So a 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then a 14 to hit.
That one will not.
All right. So the one that does hit will hit for this much force damage. 7 force. Force damage. As the flame hits you, and you just feel this thumping and this bludgeoning effect hit your chest like you've been hit by a hammer.
Okay.
And then she kind of ducks this way. And then that's her turn. Anarian, you're up.
Anarian, seeing Igvis get blasted with flames, is going to peek around the corner.
Okay. And you see what you see.
And he sees the old lady and says, did she blast you with flames?
Yeah. It wasn't hot though.
Oh, okay. He's going to take on his archer form and shoot her with the longbow.
All right.
We need her alive.
Yeah, I'll aim for her calf.
At least for a period of time.
Liver then.
17.
17. 17 will hit.
4 damage.
4 damage. All right.
And then I think my archer form doesn't actually, on activation and as a bonus. So I make another attack with my
and
archer form.
as you hit her with your longbow, you see her kind of envelop herself in this blue flame, and it travels all the way from her feet up to the top of her head and then shoots out of her body and directly at you. Make me a dex save.
Six.
Okay, you get struck by this flame, which does this much fire damage to you. 11 points of fire damage you take. As it shoots out of her body and straight at you.
The archer still goes off, and so she gets another roll against.
Yep.
21.
21 will hit.
$10 damage.
All right. He takes 10 damage.
And Anarian sneaks back around to the other side of it. I did my best.
Sounds like a plan, I guess. I'll just move into the spot next to her.
Okay.
I'll call back and say she has an escape route
Uh-oh.
because I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Try to grapple her.
I'll take a swing with my staff.
Okay.
Or does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
So we'll start with 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'll use a key to stunning strike.
Okay. And what's the save for stunning strike?
Con save.
Con save. $18.
Okay, so she succeeds, and I'll attack a second time.
All right.
I am doing all these non-lethally, by the way, just make that clear.
Well, so the way non-lethal works is everything's always lethal, but whoever gets the final blow can decide whether
Okay.
it's lethal or non-lethal on the final blow.
Does a 15 hit?
15 will hit.
Cool. For another 11 damage.
All right.
We're gonna try and stun again.
$11.
That one's a fail.
All right. So she is stunned.
And then while she's stunned, I'll just take 2 more attacks with the flurry.
Okay. Sounds good.
For 20 to hit.
Okay. You have advantage on those, but they both hit anyway.
Yeah, so I rolled all of them. That they are at least
Okay.
And because she's stunned, these are all crits, yeah?
No. Stunned creatures is not the same as paralyzed. So paralyzed are auto crits. Stunned,
Gotcha.
yeah, are not.
Cool, no worries.
I think the save hits it before.
For a total of another 18 points of damage.
All right, 18 points of damage.
Further
And-
attacks have advantage.
Mhm. And she is going to be stunned until the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn. All right.
And then I guess I'll just move around to like the exit point and stay here.
Okay.
And call down the hall. Guys, over here! Just in case nobody heard me.
All right. Raylan, you are up. And you hear like a very faint echo in the distance, though you don't know what direction it's coming from. Guys, over here, here.
All right, well, I was already walking down the hall anyway, so I'll just continue on with my full movement. That's really all I can do at this point.
All right. So you can double move if you want. You can take like your move and then, a move again to dash as your action if you'd like.
Sure.
All right, cool. And then Dolikish, you're up.
I'm gonna turn to Fist real quick and go ritual room, and I'm gonna take off 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right, sounds good.
That's all, folks.
All right, Fist, you're up. You are up, Fist.
Yeah, the measurement control is here over here. dash for 80.
All right. Sounds good. Go ahead and pass. Okay. She is stunned. Narian, you are up.
Anarian moves back and shoots at her again.
All right. Give me an attack roll at advantage.
14.
14 will hit.
And a 21 for the archer form.
That will also hit.
For 6 more damage.
All right.
And Anarian's also going to go, help! In his kind of weak little voice.
All right. Sounds good. Igvis, you are up.
I'm just gonna just look at her and be like, you really didn't have to try and target me so hard.
And she's
a couple
kind
more
of
quick
there,
attacks.
motionless, stunned.
So 27 to hit
That hits.
for 12 more points of damage.
Okay.
I'll spend 1 more key point to try and keep her stunned. So another con save, please.
Gotcha.
Oh god, alright. Another
All right.
swing. 17
That'll hit.
for another 6 damage.
All right.
And 1 more hit with an unarmed. I don't know why I rolled so many. But 21 was the second one.
All right. That hits.
For 10 more damage.
All right. And like you are just smacking this old woman while she is stunned and blood is spurting out of her mouth and her jaw, and you can see that her arms and her legs are bruised and battered by the bludgeoning power of your quarterstaff. And she is particularly hardy for an old woman.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, you're at least tougher than your son, I suppose.
Yeah, we did kill him earlier. And then brought him back to life.
And then she comes to at the end of your turn.
Correct, she's no longer stunned.
Yeah.
She's still, she's not even prone, she's just standing there.
Yeah.
So I'll just double move again.
And she says, "You have no idea the power that you've unleashed." Dolakesh, you are up.
Fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right.
Okay,
Yep.
how do you target, like, move the path up one way, stop it, then make it turn like that?
Click. Click,
so
it'll make like
after
a
you're-
point, and then you can keep moving it. So you just like hold control, and then click yourself first to start, and then go up to where you want, and while you're still holding control, click again, and it'll make a point, like normal click with your mouse, and then you can continue moving it.
That's cool. That's all the space bar move.
All right. She is up. She is going to. She is going to step back, and you will get an attack of opportunity.
Uh, 13 to hit.
13 will hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
You know it because it's fun. So 6 damage. And I'll make this one also a stunning strike.
Okay, so a couple things are going to happen. One, you're going to stunning strike, and she will also be enveloped in flame, and that flame will come out at you, and she will make a save.
If that's Hellish Rebuke, he makes a save too.
Ah, and she fails, so she's stunned again.
Yep, and so you need to make a dex save.
10.
All right, so you fail. So you take this much fire damage as the flames erupt from her and onto you. 15 points of fire damage.
So I'll take 7 because I'm resistant to fire.
Yep. Good old tiefling.
Gotta love it.
And then she is stunned. And
Get wrecked, old woman.
You think you
and
can run?
that is it. Anarian, you're up.
Anarian's
Just break her
gonna
hip.
shoot her with the bow again.
But she's not gonna break her hip. I'm
Right,
gonna
add
break her hip.
In the hip.
advantage.
No, yeah, you break her hip.
I crit.
Nice.
I
Roll
see,
your
old
damage,
woman.
your
I
crit
can't-
damage. For 14 points of damage. And that is enough to take her down. Are you doing lethal or...
No, Anarian just shoots a really accurate shot and pins her dress to the altar, so she's just kind of wedged there.
Okay, sounds good. You are able to do that. And as you wedge her to the altar, she kind of hits her head against the side of the altar and kind of falls unconscious. We can go ahead and drop from combat.
I'll relay she's knocked out, so you don't have to hurry too much. But we found the Duke.
And I accidentally hurt her. Sorry.
So, quick question, DM. I'm pretty sure we still have these, but we have the manacles from the dragon cult, right? The ones that we can basically disable their ability to actually cast spells.
Yeah, they're just normal manacles.
Cool.
But you should still have them on you.
Cool. I'm gonna manacle her hands.
Okay, cool.
I think Horace had those in his bag, but we can just say we have.
Horace ran away.
Horace fell to the death and doom in the bottom of a pit.
You're
No,
a
that-
rock star, I guess.
That was Niall.
Oh, that was Niall.
Well, Anarian's the one who noticed something was wrong in this room.
Oh, you're both rock stars. Way to go. What's in this room? I'm investigating.
Yeah,
Can I keep my natural 20 investigation from earlier in the useless room?
you can make another investigation check.
Hey.
Anarian
make
wants
one.
to look at the altar.
Fist, can you not stand on top of the Duke, please?
All right, so the room is lit by that pair of candlesticks. Here, there's a little light, and down here, there's a little light with some candlesticks. There are 9 candles that are burning atop each of those candlesticks. And the altar seems to be carved from a single block of obsidian. And it has this very small angel-shaped flame erupting from on top of it right here. You, Igvis, the flame kind of seems familiar to you. You can't really pin it down, but I don't know, something about that flame seems very familiar. But yeah, that is all you see, even with your investigation checks.
Hey, Anarian, can you go get our what's it, Fallister?
Yeah,
Why
I
don't we
can
just
go
take
get.
her to him?
Well, we could, I guess, but the less we move her, I think the better. Oh wait, can
Yeah,
I check her body real quick?
yeah, I was just about to say I was going
For
to
the
respond.
key.
Yeah, can you see if she's got a key on her and take off any rings and like necklaces she has? They're probably magical.
It's very likely.
This is
Dibs.
staring at the flame.
So basically, anything that looks like it's accessories for her, we're just gonna take them all.
Yeah. So you strip the old woman.
Not of her
That's
clothes.
not what I said.
Of anything that seems valuable. You find a ring. You find a necklace, a gold necklace, and you also find this silver star-shaped item in one of her pockets.
Cool. I'll just hold on to all of those then. Should I label them anything in particular in my inventory?
You can just put ring from Duke, necklace from Duke, star-shaped object from
Okay.
Duke if you want.
Okay, that'll work.
When we have time, I can identify those.
Yeah, like we can identify them later. I just want to get them for the moment.
This
Anarian's
is
now
enamored.
lost and doesn't know where he's going.
So who are we turning her into?
Well, we have questions first.
I'd suggest we turn her into a giant snail if we're going to turn her into something.
Will
This
you
enamored.
grant?
This is enamored by the flame on the table, and he's starting to kind of reach his hand out towards it, not realizing or thinking.
Okay. You reach out your hand towards the flame. Your hand passes through the flame and it doesn't hurt, but the flame all of a sudden dissipates. And when it does, the altar itself shakes and it cracks in two. And when it does, a loud scream and wail comes out of the altar. And these, what look like two black, shadowy spirits, erupt from the altar and encircle and encompass the Duke. And then in a large tornado of blue flame, the Duke, her eyes open up and these spirits go into her mouth, and then more spirits come out and continue to encircle her as she's engulfed in this flame. And it's just this silent scream that she has with wide eyes as she is engulfed in the flame and then disappears.
Well, shit.
Fist.
It was pretty.
We've
Flame
gone
was-
over this. We
Oh,
don't touch things that we don't know what they are.
Say tricky stuff is safe. That tricky stuff was safe when we saw that garden.
I can understand where you're confused, but we don't touch the strange fire.
I will record that for future reference.
Well, is there any more reason we need to be here?
Well, the treasure room.
Sure, let's go.
I did a real big fucky wucky.
Well, that was quite interesting there. Are those magic hands that you have, are they more than just mechanical in nature? I wonder. When you have a moment, I would like to study your hands, good sir?
I guess?
Perhaps you can wait till we're out of this place.
Yes, I suppose that would be wise. Yes.
I'm going to use the object we got from the Duke, the star-shaped one, into the vault door, I assume.
Okay. And you put that object in the vault door, and it melds in with the surrounding steel. And then the door itself glows blue and then slides open.
Would you like me to take points?
And
Who's that?
when it
I don't
opens, this room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop each one. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield, the shield is right here, and standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments carrying a lit candlestick.
Looks like
And he says, 1 second.
Can I say if he tries anything hostile, I'm casting Hold Person?
And he looks and he says, I see my rescuers are here. Thank you for coming to my aid. I have been locked in here for I don't know how long.
Insight check.
Sure.
Assisting.
Go ahead and make me an insight.
Are you assisting or are you rolling your own?
I have +4.
Yeah, you can each roll your own.
We're each rolling our own. Natural 20 for a 26.
A natural 1 for an 8. But my passive is 17.
Is this like? I'm just wondering if I recognize this person as well. Are they like the?
I've seen this token before. I don't remember if it was this campaign or a different one, but I know that token.
He I thank you for coming to rescue me. None of you seem to be of my charge.
Did
Who
you
are
mean
you?
while the game paused?
Yeah, I can unpause the game.
Okay.
Who am I? Well, I am Fabius Krieg, the High Overseer of Elturel, of course.
Oh, I knew that face.
I would
Wait, from Elturel.
assume you would recognize me, of course.
It's been a long.
I was gonna say it's been like a
few
year and a
weeks.
half, dude.
But it's
With
actually
respect.
only been like, 15
with-
days, 16 days?
I was gonna say like 2 weeks, maybe.
With respect, sir.
Like 3 weeks.
Why are you here?
Well, I was captured, of course, by the Duke and minions of madness. You have no idea what she has done to me. I was visiting a parish a few miles outside of the city when it disappeared, and I came to Baldur's Gates in the ensuing madness to beg the city's leaders for aid, whatever aid they could manage. But I was captured by the Duke Vantham, when I hit her up for aid, and I've been forced by the Duke to ascertain the magical properties of this celestial shield, being a priest of Torm, of course, and uh, she said her family acquired this from a crypt underneath the city, and it does seem magical in nature, but I have yet to ascertain, what it truly is. But now that you're here, of course, you have secured my freedom. I have been locked in this room for quite some time.
Sure.
How many people know that you're alive? If you came to the city and then were immediately taken essentially in by the Duke.
Well, I don't know. Probably no one. That's why it's a good thing that you are here. We can, finally, we can be free of this place, and I can rally our Hell Riders, any that maybe remain, and those loyal to Torm, to help restore what has fallen, to find out why this city has fallen, what has happened to it, who is responsible.
Was the Grand Duke, Ravengar, was he still in the city when you went to go visit the parish? Is he also still got missing?
Well, yes. I mean, as far as I know, he was summoned to an important summit. I was meant to meet him there, but again, I was at this parish, and I was on my way back to the city, in order to meet him, and that is when it disappeared.
You can take solace in the fact that I was one of the people he selected to be on our peacekeeping mission to your city, if that makes you feel any better. I doubt it, but figured it's worth a shot.
Yes, I understood that the meeting was going to happen and that Raven Guard would be there. I was looking forward to our diplomatic talks, finally being able to bridge the gap between our two cities that, has been wide for so long.
You'll find that the recent events haven't exactly mended things.
One
Hell
second.
Riders are being banished from the walls, essentially.
That is unacceptable. Of course, we come to them in our time of need, seeking aid and shelter. Oh, it is like those here from Baldur's Gate. No offense, of course, to those who are local, but Torm preaches that we take in those, who are suffering, goodwill, and all of that. There is so much wickedness in this city. It hurts my heart, but, thanks to you, I should be able to rally others to our cause. We should be able to submit diplomatically for the release of those in prisons and seek the answers to what happened to our home, rebuild.
I'm gonna hold out the holy symbol that we got in just the other room, the one that I had to break the lock on, and just say, "Are you missing your holy symbol? Because I found this," and I'll hold it out to him.
Oh, yes, that is my holy symbol. Thank you. Oh, thank you for its return.
Okay.
And
We'll
he kind
help
of just he
ourselves to the
clutches
rest
it
of
in
this
his
stuff.
hand as
Well, I'll basically put it in his hand and do like the cupping his hand thing. Like, we'll get you out of here. It'll be okay. Give us just a few minutes, okay?
oh, all right, thank you. I appreciate it.
And
Good heroes.
can we count on your vouch to about the Duke and what they've been up to, so that I can't be charged as a criminal for helping you?
Well, of course. I mean, you've saved me. I owe you my life.
I might
Elturel
get
is
that in
forever
writing
in
later.
your debt.
I might get that in writing later, but I appreciate it for now. Give us just a few minutes, and I guess we'll start looting this room.
All right.
It-
And as you
I
are
think it's
talking,
already started.
as you are talking to Thavius, Anarian grabs the shield and takes it off the wall and puts it on his back.
Like I said, I think everybody already started, if I had to guess.
It's just shaking the coffer in front of him like a child with a maraca, just like, ooh.
Yeah, there are 8 coffers. Roll me a 1d8 as you grab a coffer, Dolakesh. Have some fun here as far as what you find.
Three.
Like I say, I guess if we're splitting into these, I'll just grab
3. You open that coffer and you find 100 gold pieces.
Ooh woo.
Igvish, you're grabbing a coffer? Is that what I
Yeah.
heard? Roll me a 1d8, re-roll on a 3.
An 8.
You find 20 azurite gemstones. They're worth 10 gold pieces each.
20 azurite gemstones.
Azurite.
Those would be an item. Okay, one second.
Who else was grabbing a coffer? F15T, I think I heard you say you were.
Let's roll it.
Go ahead and roll me a d8, re-roll on a 3 or an 8. I guess roll me a d6. You can do that too. Make more sense.
Yeah, I found them. I put them in my bag now.
3.
3. Okay. You find 100 gold pieces in your coffer. Raylan, were you grabbing a coffer as well?
Sure.
Six. You find 100 platinum pieces.
Ooh, look at you.
Nice.
Anarian, you grabbing one too?
I guess an Aryan will grab one too.
Why do those look different?
Okay, and Arian, go ahead and give me a D4 this time. Two. You find 100 gold pieces in yours. There are still 3 left.
I'll go ahead and grab another one.
I'll grab one.
I think we all want to grab one. How do we settle this peacefully?
We just group up the total findings and then
Yeah.
split it evenly.
I
We
mean,
just split it evenly.
okay, so do you want to do that for just the last 3? You'll group up as a group and keep whatever you found
Well,
in
so
your original?
we
or-
have total of 1,200 gold, and Arian got a shield, which is fine. And what else?
Yeah, I'm just asking because you each grabbed a coffer and opened it. So did you guys want to pool what you found so far, or did you want to keep what you first found and then pool the
figured-
last 3?
I figured we'd just pull the whole room.
That's up to you
I would-
guys.
I would like to also pull the whole room, but again, everybody has to kind of agree to that.
Yeah,
Aryan gives
can.
his gold to Igvis just to. I don't know what to do with this.
All right, so I'll take it and then add it to the pile.
Yeah. So if Raylan puts in the platinum, then we have 1,200 gold total.
Yes.
Well, 1,400 gold because I have the 20 Azurite gems, which are worth 10 apiece.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, then I'm just
And
going to
then
tell
we'll
you
just
what.
pull the remaining 3.
Yeah, then I'll just tell you what's in the last 3 if you're going to pool it. So one other coffer has 30 electrum ingots, which are worth 10 gold pieces each.
300.
Okay.
Then you find another 100 platinum pieces in another chest.
So 17, that's 27.
And then you, in the last one, you find 2 pieces of a broken ceremonial dagger. There's a curved ivory blade bearing draconic ruins. Does anybody speak draconic?
You bet.
I do
Okay.
as well.
All right. So the blade actually, the draconic runes spell out the word fang, Fang. And then there is also a bone hilt wrapped in leather strips and studded with gemstones.
F15T, is this the hilt you were looking for?
And
Unfortunately, that's
it is not the hilt that you're looking for. There is yeah. Yep. That's what you find.
unfortunately
Interesting.
Okay,
the hilt
so
not the
who-
dagger hilt. It's a great sword hilt.
a great sword hilt is what we're looking for.
Rather fancy. It's unlike any of the weapons we have available to us.
Okay. So just as I'm gonna do some math, but we had 2,700 gold and then this broken magic dagger. Who wants to hold on to the dagger? Then I can split up the gold evenly between everybody else.
Daggers aren't really my thing.
I guess
It
I
needs
can.
to be repaired anyway if you want to use it. It's got a rune on it that just means the word fang. Don't know if it's indicative of anything other than a broken knife.
I don't mind using it. I can have it as a backup for something that I can't bludgeon with my staff, I suppose.
Sure. It's like the starting weapon in Dark Souls.
Something like that. And you don't want any of this, Cenarian?
No, I think he just gave it to you to pull it.
Yeah, I didn't. He said he doesn't know what to do with it, so I'm just making sure that if whether or not he actually wants any money.
I don't really know what money's for. But I can
All
carry
right, I'll be his
stuff.
broker. Give him my share. Give him his share, and I'll be his broker.
I think I'll be his broker if you don't mind, Dolagash.
Wow. You got something to say, bud?
No, we'll deal with this later. And I'm also gonna set aside an amount for Sartorius as well.
Is there a way we could try to mess through the game?
Oh, it actually breaks up very evenly into 450 gold, split 6 ways.
Dope.
So everybody can add 450. And Anarian, go ahead and add it to your character sheet because I'm not gonna spend your money, and I just don't want to have to keep it separate.
Just give it to Dolakesh. He's super trustworthy. He's probably the most trustworthy.
Okay, well, let's head on out of here with the leader of El Terrell, I suppose.
Yeah. Finally
Although
glad to be out of this place.
there is still a cult leader that Fisk is worried about.
Everybody give me a religion check.
Wow.
buffering. Okay. So you head out. Okay. Where do you go?
Hey Fisk, I think we have something slightly more important than finding your cult leader down here.
Well, who is that? Might I ask? Oh, wait. I know your face. You're
You can't get any closer. I'm just gonna stand between them.
you're you're Thavius Krieg. The you're the High Overseer of Elturel. What? How? How did you survive? And then Thavius will tell him the same thing he told you. And Ballister will say, well, this is astonishing. You must come to Candlekeep. You must come back with me to Candlekeep. I am sure people there will have many questions for you, obviously, and what has happened to Elturel. Did you see any cult leaders here from... do you know of any that are working with the Duke? And he says, I am sorry, I really don't. I've been locked in this room, sealed off from everyone else. I really have no idea what is happening here, to be honest. I'm sorry that I can't be of more use in that regard, but I assure you that we will rally our forces and we will find and rebuild a new city, a better city, and the gods shall bless it. Torm shall bless us. But yes, of course, I will come to Candlekeep in due time. But there are more pressing concerns here, like releasing our Hell Riders from the prisons they rot in here in Baldur's Gates, and bringing the good people back into the light.
They got the prison if they were lucky. And I'll continue walking. We'll see if we can find your cult leader on the way out, Fisk, but we kind of have more pressing concerns.
Well, I must say, finding Thavius Krieg is well worth it, in my opinion. If we don't find this cult leader, I am sure that he will be a great help in discovering what has happened to the beloved city of Elturel.
Really quickly, Delakesh, was this the room you were talking about that you weren't sure we were ever in?
Yeah, that's the one I rolled in at 20, and I don't know if I got anything in here.
This is where we released Sartorius.
Oh, no, this isn't it. There was a bunch of boxes and shit, and like wine bottles.
Okay.
But it's all good.
It's over here.
It's time to leave.
Yeah, that room was the one that we got Sartorius in.
This one?
This is the
this
room
is-
we came down in.
Yeah, this is the way out.
Oh, dope.
The stairs lead up to the first floor.
Remember,
Before we
there's
start
a
going up.
bunch of dead bodies upstairs, and just want to let
Great.
everyone
Now I'm
know.
hungry.
Yeah, we found you right outside that room.
All right. As you guys come up the stairs there, it seems that you see that the cat, this cat with wings on it,
I was
is
just about to ask about that.
is sitting right there on this table in the middle of that kitchen area. And it seems to... Sorry, everybody's kind of like... Move you guys over here. You see that the cat on that table is just sitting there licking its fur and enjoying what look to be empty bowls of soup. And as you enter this room, you hear what seems to be some sort of commotion happening outside. Since it is 12:24, I think this is a good place to end our session. And then we will see what happens next and what you guys decide to do given the commotion that is occurring.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody go ahead and say goodbye to the stream for me.
Bye, stream.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.